Hello? Did it? Please tell me it did it. Cool. That's not what I asked for. Gotta change the description. Socially sensitive issue. Discretion. Hey, hello! Welcome to stream. This is gonna be pretty serious. Uh, hey, what's up? Thanks for popping in, appreciate it. Hello, hi. Okay, I'm not gonna cut corners. I just received a notification where Sinder finally posted on X a response to all the allegations. Like, this is hard, like, insane stuff. I was reading part of it on my phone. Like, I'm not even lying. And I'm trying to pull it up right now, but it's coming out weird, where the background is not white. It's very darkish gray. But hey, Rit, I don't know if you saw, but Cinder, Cinder put a response to everything. Well, I assume everything. I've only seen the surface. So this is an initial reaction to Cinder's response to all the allegations put forth from the other VTubers. So that's why the title is as follows: Cinder responds to allegations. This is in real time, guys. You're seeing this in real time. Okay, let's get into it. Can't get it white. Yeah, no, this is intense. So it needs to be it did like this is on. I can actually view it better on mobile. I don't know what happened. So also, I'll be right back. I hurriedly set this up. Let me check on something real quick. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. Yes, I can show you guys. Sorry, hi guys. Just getting everything ready. But yes, Cinder has posted on X. I'm out of breath. I just ran upstairs, downstairs. This is the Google Doc, but let's start off in the beginning. So, if you go to Cinder's X account, the latest X post happened 2 hours ago as of this live stream. Here, Cinder says, the burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. They lied to you. Here's 1,000 pages of proof. That's a lot. And then there's this Google Doc right there. Like what some people are saying in chat, it is a lot. So, oh, that's right. I'm going to do this live. And if you guys want to support this, please use Justice for Cinder. And Cinder's redemption arc. I think I just reposted. I didn't quote repost. So yep. And I reposted it. Did I not repost it? Repost. Oop. I reposted and quote reposted. I'll put my personal reply later. But anyway, you click on this. We got some people coming back. Oh, already hate comments. Okay, whatever. I want to read Cinder's response. So if you click on the Google Doc, you get this. Let me see. Can you guys see it? Yes. So this is all I got. I don't know what the heck's going on. You can't even pull up like the settings for Google Docs for this. Like you can kind of see it. I don't know what's going on. If people know, let me know. I'm gonna try to keep this as serious as possible and get down into it. There is a lot to cover. I already did? Oh, whatever. I'm doing it again. Because I just want to say that I'm really happy that Cinder came out and provided proof. She is fighting for herself, and that's what I want. Well, yeah, it is what I want. I wanted her to come back and fight for herself. I wanted her to come back, like, stronger than ever. I guess this is an added bonus. Okay, I'm stalling. I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it. If you look at the drop-down menu, there are at least... Oh my lord! Oh god! Okay, so we have an overdue response. We'll take it one step at a time. There's a lot to cover, and I want to cover as much as I can tonight/tomorrow morning. Alright, so let's get started. Hi everyone! It's been over 5 months since everything happened. I have never been good with words, and I'm especially bad at verbalizing my feelings. I've always hid my insecurities, and it's hard for me to open up about things, even to the people closest to me. It was nearly 2 a.m. for me on April 26th when Nanolis and Bao posted their documents together. After I had finished streaming earlier in the night, I was awake for almost 48 hours by the time I posted my apology. Looking back at it, no, it wasn't good. I was not in a sound state of mind when it was written. I was blindsided by any of this coming out and the accusations made against me. No one involved tried contacting me privately beforehand, which, by the way, confirms the assessment, which was, did anyone reach out to her privately about this? Oh my gosh, it's wild. I was unable to eat, sleep, or do anything else but watch more documents and statements be released while everything fell apart. I didn't have Red, I didn't have my friends, but I had the weight of the entire internet waiting to see what I was going to say and how I was going to say it wrong. I didn't have access to search for all the evidence to defend myself with the growing list of allegations, and I didn't have time to put it all together cohesively anyways. I was petrified. How could I possibly respond correctly to a coordinated effort like this in the state I was in without just blindly accepting fault for all the things I didn't do or never knew happened? I rushed to get something out, defend myself the best I could in the heat of the moment, and post it just so I could rest. No matter what I would end up saying, it would never have been good enough. It took me a long time to mentally recover and have the ability to face any of this again. I couldn't look at anything Cinder related without breaking down, which is horrible. All of my fans that looked up to me were led to believe I was evil and encouraged to destroy or donate my merch. Almost everyone I knew or cared about turned on me in an instant, and anyone who's ever had anything to say about me did. I had only one of my close friends message me after everything was out there. I received rape, dox, and death threats over these accusations. So I stepped away from the internet. I reconnected with Red and we worked things out between ourselves, which I'm really happy to see. When we were both ready to, he helped me with the long process of making this document. I didn't say almost anything else to anyone sooner, privately or publicly, because no one would believe me until I had absolutely everything put together to post all at once in one place. Well, I just want to put it out there that there have been people like me fighting the narrative that Shy Lily and the others posted. So I know this is me being projective, but Cinder wasn't alone in this. There were loyal pyropups out there trying to show the world, hey, Cinder wasn't as bad as people said. Okay, purpose of this document. 1. To present the full story and the facts and evidence around what happened with complete transparency, defend myself against what's been said about me, and provide mine and Red's perspectives and motivations about each situation. It wasn't my choice to make this public, but since it is, my side of the story matters too. That is true. 2. To take accountability for everything that each of us are guilty of in the past couple years, whether they were revealed in the original documents or not. This document will not absolve either of us or all wrongdoing. It isn't trying to. So she's still taking accountability. That's good. 3. Dispel rumors, misconceptions, and theories about me, show how and why things actually occurred, and point out and refute discrepancies and lies in the claims or statements made against me. We've done things wrong, but the amount and degree of them has been incredibly exaggerated or completely made up. 4. This document contains speculation. Baseless accusations were made against me without evidence, so I've kept speculation labeled as such in this document. Most of it is supported by circumstantial evidence, but it should not be treated as solid fact. 5. This document is not to fuel harassment or spread hate towards anyone involved. Why would you say that, Cinder? Gosh darn it. It's just like everyone else that said it. I am doing what's listed above and posting this document in the same public setting the original documents were. If you have harassed anyone involved in my defense, you are not my supporter. Your actions are reprehensible, and I've never advocated for anyone to do this for any reason. I'm sorry to anyone who's been affected by any actions of rogue community members against my principles, aka Mark Kazahana getting a server full of people doxxed. Anyway, jab at Mark Kazahana. Okay, let's continue on. I've been made out to be a two-faced, greedy, jealous, psychopathic narcissist who's maliciously used, stalked, sabotaged, and betrayed those closest to me, and anyone around me, for my own gain for years, manipulating my way to the top like some kind of evil mastermind. You were lied to. There are things I've done wrong, but this image of me cannot be further from reality. This was a complete public assassination of my character over what were lies and assumptions, followed by my cancellation and disappearance, with my accusers profiting from it. So it is true! They profited off of Cinder being removed from the internet. If I was really the awful person I was made out to be, then this document wouldn't exist. I wouldn't have any way to refute the claims made against me. I could have just continued streaming and profited from the drama and the other 30 million views the situation garnered. I could have let everyone forget about this and come back like nothing ever happened, but it's not true, and I couldn't allow myself to move on without making things right. Everything that's come out and stories that followed have been blown way out of proportion and turned into crazy conspiracies. Both Red and I have done wrong, and all that will be addressed here, but the story everyone was told was not the reality of what happened. Every single person I've ever interacted with in the past almost 5 years, even those closest to me, and every single interaction with them would have to have been fake for the story told about me to be true. I believe that there are two people responsible for how things played out, with a third person merely having an axe to grind against someone they never liked. Nanalis lied overwhelmingly about what happened between her and Red, sat back and played everyone, including my friends. Shy Lily lied about me from the start, orchestrated things behind the scenes, and manipulated the public to their side. Silverveil took the opportunity to lie all about our interactions together, making things even worse for me. They had the most to gain from my cancellation, including their own satisfaction. None of them could take accountability for their own actions and pushed it all onto me instead. The only two people that could disprove their lies were just made into lying manipulators and wiped off the internet. Aside from the labeled speculation, everything presented in this document is true to the best of mine and Red's knowledge. I have nothing to hide, and there isn't a reason to hide anything anymore. The bulk of what's shown here was over the past 2+ years. Keep in mind that no matter who you are, opinions, thoughts, and feelings can change a lot over such a long period of time. That's true, for better or worse. I went back and forth on a lot of things to put in here, asking myself if I should leave them out for the people I still care for, or keep them in for my own sake. No matter what evidence is included in this document, it wouldn't be surprising if it's claimed that even with all of the evidence, all of this is just me trying to lie, manipulate, and gaslight my way out of what happened, and that no one should possibly believe me again, which I think is bad. Sinder deserves to have her side listened to. To show that I stand by everything written here and that I'm sorry for the things I've done wrong, I made a very hard decision. I'm giving up my part ownership position of Gamersupps. I've worked so hard for them since December of 2022, and earning this position was one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. I'm honored they chose to give me the opportunity, and I've been immensely proud to have the title. As sad as I am to do this, I feel the need to protect the company I love, the people that work there, and everyone associated over my own interests. Gamersupps suffered a lot of damage when all the accusations were made about me, and that fell on my shoulders. This is my responsibility as part owner, and I don't want any more harm or negativity to come to them by having this position. I didn't have to do this, and I wasn't asked, forced, or coerced into making the decision. There are things more important to me than business. I notified them of my decision in June, and it will take effect at the same time this document is published. Oh my gosh! Cinder's biggest accomplishment, she had to give that up. That is infuriating. She had to give up one of the biggest accomplishments of her life because of slander. Because of gosh dang slander. That is infuriating! Oh my gosh, that is infuriating. I respect her decision to do that because of the responsibility of being a part owner, but it makes me furious that Sinder has to give up something she worked hard for because of baseless slander. That is angering! Okay. Each tab in this document is about the people and events related to the claims made against me, where I provided links to each person's respective statements for reference, the evidence, context in mind, and Red's thoughts around each situation. You're intended to read each section in order they're presented. This document should be viewed in desktop and light mode for the formatting to appear correctly. I'm not doing that because I just want to read this. Some information and screenshots appear in multiple sections for whoever it's relevant to. The first few sections being Nanalis, Bao, V-Card, and Numi's concert, and shall culminate in the section breaking down what you've seen throughout them. With the last few sections of this document being standalone, unless stated otherwise, every link in this document is working at the time this is posted. This document will not be edited after it's posted either, because we live in 2025. I need to say that this document was written without the use of AI. I appreciate that. I understand some of the things in this document may be damaging to the people involved. They understood that their claims would be damaging to me before they publicly made them too. Everyone can review the evidence for themselves and decide what really happened and if I really am the person you were led to believe me to be. The burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused. Okay, I want to put this out there, guys. She is right. If Shy Lily, Silverveil, Bao, Nanalis can throw mud at Sinder, they better well be prepared to receive that at back. Like, there's no holds barred. Like she said in the beginning, she was blindsided. And again, I am still furious that she had to give up something she worked hard for. That's genuinely infuriating. Alright, section redacted. 6 pages, okay. Redacted. Red helped me put this entire document together. We want to be upfront and honest that this was a two-person effort. His own commentary is present throughout it and is labeled as his and highlighted in blue. Red. Hello, I'm Red. I'm Cinder's longtime partner and have worked alongside her since she started his career. I helped her put this document together to set the record straight. Over the past few months, I've had to come to terms with being the reason why Cinder's image, her relationships, and her career were all ruined. I heard people who were our friends. I fucked up, and she had to answer to the world for it by herself. My actions ruined everything for her, and I'm taking responsibility and helping her pick up the pieces. I didn't want to put something out sooner without her. That could have made things worse. I ask that you don't hold what I did against her. Okay. I do appreciate that Redacted and Cinder are working things out together. That's great. And I want to reiterate this. What Cinder and Redacted being together, that's their business. Please, just leave it be. That's their business. I find it disgusting and horrid that they even brought up their relationship. I really do think so. Okay, here's the thing. Here's my personal information before I even get in there, because I'm heated. Like, this stuff didn't even have to go public. Like, it's so angering that the people that made all this happen decided to put this out there. Okay, sure. Redacted understands that he's the reason, okay? But here's what I think. The reason isn't really Redacted. You can argue that he's part of the reason. Here's the reason. Natalis decided to put that out there. She decided to leak it to Shy Lily. Shy Lily decided to organize this, like, coordinated, like, internet assault on Cinder. I think the true fault is with them. That's my personal opinion. Let's keep going. Also, if you guys didn't notice, I'm not reading chat because I'm trying to just read all of this. There is a lot. When Cinder said 1,000 pages, she ain't kidding. Okay. Red and I are still together. We had a falling out, spent time apart after the document was dropped on April 26th, but he was still here for me when I was ready to talk to him again. We were able to work things out between us and forgive each other for what happened. I wasn't planning to say anything about this again publicly, but I felt I needed to, and that's totally fair. If that's up to Cinder, that's up to Cinder. I am personally very relieved that they're still together. I don't, like, it doesn't matter what everyone says, this is my personal opinion. I'm happy that they're together. I just want to put this out there. What Natalis, Bao, and Shy Lily did almost broke Cinder's relationship. That's horrible. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting heated. I need to read all of this. Okay. Ugh. Years ago, I cheated and ran in line for my own selfish reasons, and the things I said about him were out of my own frustrations of past experiences. I made things sound much worse than they were at the time and mischaracterized the person he is. Red already knew that this happened way before it was made public in April, and no one else was ever told about it before then either. We addressed both of our problems in our relationship, moved past it a long time ago. That's good. It had nothing to do with my career or current events. It isn't relevant to talk about further. We disagree, we get mad at each other, we argue, but our relationship isn't toxic or abusive in any way. I would appreciate it if the speculation around it would stop. Yes! Thank you! Oh my god! I agree with Cinder. I've seen too many people make speculations that, like, Redacted is the abuser. There was nothing about that in the documents. I'm gonna make this straight. Since Cinder said it, I'm reinforcing it. There is no evidence that Redacted was abusive or toxic to Cinder. Here's why. Because they communicated to each other. They had a falling out, but they made up. That's a sign of a good relationship. Because guys, when you're in a relationship, you make compromises. You get into fights. It happens. That's just a regular relationship. It is. What matters is forgiving each other, making compromises, and making it work. That is what is displayed here. Like here. Cinder said they had a falling out. They got back together. That's great. So, to respect Cinder, please don't say that. Because this right here, the first two paragraphs show that it's a healthy relationship. Because even if they fight, even if they had a falling out, they were willing to talk and resolve their differences and still be together. That's a mark of a good relationship. I am talking out of my butt, but I am still heated over the fact she decided to give up her partial ownership. I am heated over that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Red and I have always had some level of communication problems, even with each other. Neither of us are good communicators beyond surface level. It's hard to open up and we get in our own heads about things. We butt heads and disagree with each other sometimes, and even more so working together all day, every day. It's gotten much better over the years, but it's never been perfect. So the idea that anyone in any relationship would know about and agree with everything their partner feels, says, and does is crazy to me. I agree! I'm not the only one who's ever had a significant other keep secrets from them, and neither is Red. Every relationship is different and has its own nuances, dynamics, problems, functioning in a way that only the other two people involved know of and fully understand. No one looking in can say otherwise. I agree. Thank you. Because I cheated on Red, should I assume that everyone's significant other has cheated on them in the past? Should I assume that all of my friends' relationships are the same as mine? No. And for me to claim I know exactly how things work between any of them just because I'm their friend that sees them a few times a year is ridiculous. I agree. Oh my gosh. She is right. Like, Sinder is 100% right. When I became Sinder, we wanted to keep our relationship private. In public, Red was simply my manager, and we hid our relationship from my friends for over a year during multiple trips. And that's fine! Totally understandable. We agreed that I'd tell my closest friends about our relationship in March of 2024 because we felt we were close enough and trusted them enough to tell them. When we traveled, my friends saw us always close by each other and showing each other our work DMs on our phones almost all the time from chats we were both in, instead of talking about things out loud to keep up with our projects while away and to keep them private between us. It's easier to say, look at this, to keep each other on the same page rather than to have a verbal conversation while we're around other people or at almost all times while away. What they saw at conventions or on vacations was all they saw. Only Red and I would have any idea how we worked together and acted around each other when at home. I lived with Red and his family from the summer of 2022 to the end of February 2025. I have never outright told anyone this, including my closest friends. Oh. So we were wrong. So they live together. Okay, whatever. We wanted to keep at least part of our personal lives private from everyone, even telling some people we lived apart. On stream, I've always said I lived with family and friends and streamed in the basement. The basement part is true. It's where I spent the majority of my time, and it's where I worked and streamed from. My career started there in 2021 with my ASMR. Red was the one with the PC, mic, and experience with content creation, since it's always been his hobby. I would go there more and more often until I moved in when I became a full-time streamer. For most of my earliest streams with my PNG model, Red would be in the room with me, modding on a laptop and making sure things would run smoothly. He was there as my tech support since at the time I could barely play games, let alone understand how to use and fix OBS. If something went wrong, we built my own PC and I stopped needing him by my side by the time I debuted my first model in June 2022. He moved his PC into his own room and his work from there since. Starting sometime last year, my streams kept disconnecting. We couldn't figure out why. This was going on for months, and no matter what we did, it kept happening. We thought there could be something wrong with the internet that we couldn't fix. So as a last resort, my parents and I made space for me to move back in with them. With my entire stream set up in February, we were able to fix the problem, but it ended up having nothing to do with the internet at all. I've been working and living here since separate from Red. Aww. The reason why I'm revealing all of this now is because we could have easily gone through each other's DMs whenever we wanted in those 3 years, but we didn't. It's not like we never showed each other our messages directly. We did all the time, but we didn't comb through each other's DMs at the end of every day to read anything we may have said, and I don't know anyone who would say that's normal to do. We would just tell each other things that happened, and that was that. I never felt the need to look over his shoulder to check on anything and everything he was saying and to who. We trusted each other, and he's always had my best interest in mind. We can take that. I'm choosing to have Red continue working with me. He will be doing most of what he did for me before, but will not be doing any work-related communication for me in any channels I'm not also a part of. Oh, little scissors. I know I have access to his Discord account to check on things myself if I need to. It's clear to me that he learned his own lesson from what happened. He made mistakes and I forgave him. I wouldn't be where I am without him, and he's just as much a part of Sinder as I am. He wasn't just a manager that handled some messages, but he had a part in a lot of the things I did. He's always been the main creative mind behind my debuts and other releases too, even with how involved he was. Red is still his own person, with his own ideas, his own opinions, and his own feelings towards people, his own goals and his own ambitions, working under the same brand as me. He's always been the business sensible one out of us, and the work side of things was always his focus. We worked together in almost everything, but we didn't agree in everything. There've been many business or creative decisions we've argued back and forth about, sometimes taking days to reach a compromise. Red didn't always consult me before making his own choices in his messages with our partners. A lot of the time I agreed with what he did or said, and it was fine. But sometimes I didn't, and we either compromised or I had to walk back what he said. Red didn't tell me about every single interaction he had with people we worked with, and I didn't expect him to. I trusted him. There was never a reason for him not to tell me something important. That was until we disagreed about one of my friends' bow. At the start of the year, we moved a lot of our work-related conversations with various artists into a project server so everything could be organized into one place. I could be included in discussions and decision-making where I needed to be and would be able to see everything being said without having to rely on Red to relay every detail of the things he was handling. This was for organization, convenience, and so I could interact with every person working with me directly. However, this didn't mean Red didn't still use his DMs to do business or talk to people we were working with. Besides the allegations in Nano's document, no one else we've worked with has ever complained about Red, and we both worked with dozens of people who I believe would say their experience working with us was nothing but positive. Oh, thank you. Nalitia, hi! Thank you so much. let's just say reading card flavors when you're playing Cardfight Vanguard helps. Like I said in my apology, there were things Red didn't tell me about or hid from me and did without me knowing in his DMs that are all shown in this document in the order below. I didn't know about these things beyond what I was told, if I was at all. Red's inclusion of Bao and Con in his exclusivity deal with NATO in January 2025. Red telling artist number 1 Bao was someone he considered competition while discussing exclusivity on the same day as his deal with Nano. Red's conversation with Nano about Shy Lily in April 2025. Red's conversation with Mod number 1 about Silverbow throughout 2024 and into 2025. Red asking artist number 2 about not working with Silverveil in March 2025. Red's conversation with artist number 1 about Silverveil in April 2025, which artist number 1 told me about days later. Oh my gosh. The names of artist number 1, artist number 2, and mod number 1 are hidden to protect their privacy since they weren't directly involved in everything that happened in April. They'll be reintroduced later in this document. Falling out. The night the first documents were posted, Red was here with me. I ended my stream and he came over to see me while we worked on a few things together. We were still awake when Nano and Bao posted their documents at almost 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I didn't understand what was going on and started panicking. Red tried to explain what happened, but I blew up at him and kicked him out, regrettably refusing his help. We weren't in contact for almost a month after, understandably so. I had one close friend reach out to me after things were public. I responded to them sometime after Red was gone. I chose not to include their own message here. Sinder, April 26, 2025, 3:29 a.m. I'm so sorry, blank. I'm trying to collect myself. Red and I aren't speaking right now, and I'm upset with everything. I was distraught and I posted that Red was fired later that morning. She did. I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus and avoid accountability. I was blindsided by my friends publicly pointing the finger at me for his words and actions I didn't even know about, I didn't agree with, I didn't know what else to do. And that's fine. I still think, even while Sinder was panicking, firing Red was the right choice because of the narrative that they were pushing. They were like saying, oh, who threw Red under the bus? Seriously? That was the only way she could handle that. How would you react? Like, I'm pretty sure none of those streamers had to go through what Sinder went through. So, of course, I think, even if she was panicking, I think that was genuinely solid. Like, I understand why she did that. I empathize. I've never been there, but I can understand why she did it. Think about it, guys. 2 a.m. in the freaking morning, and then all of your friends that you trusted turn on you and make your fan base turn against you. Think about that. What would you do then? What would you do then? And meanwhile, Buff Pup and all these VTubers are downplaying her apology? Bro, what would you do then? Like, I think Sinder is strong. I think the way Sinder handled those allegations was professional. She did the best she could. Was there mistakes? Obviously. But she did the best she could under those conditions. Think about it, guys. Can you imagine having your friends turn on you just like that? Just a snap. Just a snap. Turn on you. Can you imagine that? That's horrid. Sinder is strong. She still is here. Like, I have mad respect for her now. The fact that she compiled all of this. Tangent over! Continue reading. Okay. Ugh. In my apology, I said as of yesterday he is no longer working with me and I have not extensively discussed any of this with him. Because Red will continue working with me, I will be deleting this tweet sometime after posting this document. Posted on April 26, 2025 at 4:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's the X post. Oh, she's going to delete this. This is the X post where she said that. Okay, cool. We know about that. I guess the tweet will be deleted eventually. Okay, so is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Okay, cool. That's redacted. Let's move on. My apology in taking accountability. 12 pages, Sinder! Oh my lord! Anyway, my apology in taking accountability. Now that I've reviewed everything that happened and had time to reflect on my actions, there are some details I need to point out and corrections I need to make for my apology. Then I'll go over the things Red or I, or both of us did wrong so we can take responsibility. Each section after this will explain the full story around each major individual involved in anything Red and I did, and defending ourselves against everything we didn't do. Quotes from my apology will be present throughout this document to show that they were in reference to. Screenshots that are directly of or taken from another document are highlighted with an orange border. Dates and important messages within any screenshots are highlighted in yellow. Quotes from my apology are highlighted in gray. Red zone comments or anything being presented are labeled and highlighted in blue. My apology for reference and provides a Google Doc. That's her apology. Okay. She shows that she posted it on April 27, 2025 at 4:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. The things I claimed and admitted to in my apology were based on what I knew at the time that was published in everyone else's document and what Red told me right after I shut him out when I shouldn't have. I made my apology without all of the info in front of me and without knowing the full scope of what happened, how it happened, or what to believe. I was under extreme stress and pressure to say something as soon as I could and was expected to accept fault for everything I was accused of, but not guilty of doing. Some of the things I wrote were overly apologetic and I made things sound worse than they actually were because of the severity of the situation. The main takeaway people had from my apology was that I pushed everything onto Red and didn't take accountability for anything myself because people just listen to the narrative. Anyway, What I blamed Red for in my apology because he was guilty of doing something. Him telling me how great it would be to work together with Silverveil, him holding a grudge against Bao. What I blamed Red for in my apology when I was also guilty. Red was one with the business-oriented outlook on things from the start. I adopted the same mindset myself from working together. As time went on, I wrongly made it sound like I was brainwashed into thinking this way in my apology. What Red was guilty of in my apology that I didn't know about until writing it. Red and Nano ever talking about a model for Geary in November 2023, Red including Bao and Khan in this conversation and eventual deal with Nano around exclusivity in January 2025, and Bao running Bao in their DMs as if they were our shared feelings. Red talking to Nano and Charlie about our model in April 2025. Things I said about Red in my apology that I was wrong about. He did not manipulate Nano. He did not push Nano to work with Silverveil, and she was not a constant topic between them. Things I took accountability for in my apology. 1. Agreeing with Red to talk with Nano about exclusivity, agreeing to specifically name Silverveil in the terms, and knowing a deal involving her was made. 2. Guilt-tripping Nano. 3. Feeling overly attached to Nano in her work. 4. Not knowing about what Red said about Bao to Nano when I should have. 5. Not speaking to Bao about Red's feelings towards her and letting it spiral to the point it did. 6. Being upset and taking it personally when Bao hired my video editor. 7. Being upset when Secretary Light told us he wouldn't be working with us again. 8. Confiding in Red about Shiloh's behavior towards me. 9. Becoming resentful towards Silverveil. 10. Letting my insecurities and public comments influence my feelings towards Silverveil. 11. Assuming Spike copied me. 12. Being very possessive of my design details early on in my career. 13. Overreacting to Niantail's Hellhound OC design, which was apologized for in the past. 14. Cheating on my boyfriend. 15. Neglecting or leaving behind friends of mine. I admitted to the world that I cheated on my secret boyfriend, and the story pushed was that I took no accountability and used him as a scapegoat. Even with all of these concessions of what I did do, I was still somehow a narcissist who couldn't accept fault. What I did was not to admit to the right things the people making these claims already decided I was guilty of. They also expected me to apologize for everything I've ever done without any of it ever being mentioned, even if the matter was already settled in the past. I understand that the things my managers did that I didn't know about are ultimately my responsibility, and my ignorance is to change that. I should have taken more care to check up on what he was saying and doing, but I was being blamed publicly for things I had nothing to do with. My accusers went out of their way to claim Sinder did this and Sinder did that, completely disregarding Red's agency from any of his own words and actions. Exactly! Oh my gosh! They were saying it was Sinder when all of the screenshots showed redacted. Preach, girl, preach. Okay. Anyway. The proof I must have known about everything he's ever said and done was because they said we worked on things together on our phones during the few times a year we were traveling, and now his document showed 2 of my screenshots from over a year apart from separate situations where I knew more or less what had happened between her and Red. There's no other evidence presented in their claim, but they told everyone it absolutely had to be this way. Emphasis was placed on Red's uses of we and our, as if they could know for a fact that it meant Red was always speaking with my knowledge, approval, and oversight every single time he used it. This was necessary for their narrative to work against me. This is true. This is what I said in my apology about this. I do not condone anything about what Red said about Bao in these DMs either, and him using we and our in his context is abhorrently incorrect, and I believe this was done to gain greater credibility behind what he was saying. Here's Red. I have always been more or less the creative lead on things we did, like models, designs, project ideas, and art in general, and Sinder often agreed with my creative judgment. She trusted me to do the communication I did for her without oversight. For example, a lot of times I would be the one talking to the artist we were working with who only knew me as Cinder's manager if I knew the direction I wanted to take something with or without talking to Sinder beforehand, and I said, I want this art to be like this, instead of Sinder wants this art to be like this. Then it felt like an awkward thing for me to say. In my mind, to the person we're working with, I'm just the manager, not the creator, not their streamer, not their client. What I myself wanted wasn't important, what Sinder wanted was. So in order to give weight to what I would say, I started using we early on without speaking for her directly saying Sinder. If we wanted to do something a certain way, then it'd give me agency by implying that we both agreed on and made the decision. That Sinder was aware of the decision being made, regardless of if she actually was or wasn't at the time. And that my words had meaning, I was speaking on we, the brand's behalf. It became a habit of mine to talk this way regarding any projects or business dealings. I didn't start doing this because anyone told me I should be. I didn't speak like this all the time or in every single message. It's not like Sinder never knew about what I was saying when saying we. If afterwards she did disagree with me on something, then I'd have to walk back what I said and say that Sinder actually wants it this way. For example, very often Sinder was on the same page as me beforehand or would agree with what I said with our knowledge using we afterwards. So that is Redacted's fault, but like Redacted said, he's supposed to be, representing the brand, so understandable. In the case of the exclusivity deal with Nano, I used we when talking about Bao, so it seemed like Sinder also backed how I felt. Sinder not only wasn't aware of this, but I knew she didn't agree with me about what I was saying. In our conversation, Nano said herself that she was not really down with working with people who Sinder didn't want her to. So I made sure to tell Nano how we felt, expressing my own feelings to her as if they were both out of ours. This will all be shown in Nano's section. There are 3 things in my apology I need to correct that will be shown in full detail in this document. Missing information, lies, and incorrect statements in my apology. I left out a lot of information regarding my experience with Silvervale and trying to overly apologize to her and ended up making things sound much worse than what really happened. I lied about not knowing that Red spoke to Nano about Spite in 2023 to not make things worse for myself by revealing more than Nano or Spite did about what happened regarding her. I was wrong about which year the situation with Yantails took place in. I wrote that it was after my debut, but it was actually an entire year earlier. Oh, well, thanks for telling us? Oh, okay. Yantails was a year earlier. So she lied about Red not knowing that Red spoke to Nano about Spite. She lied about that? Oh, okay, well, thanks for taking accountability for that. My apology and the accusations made against me did not cover everything Red and I have done wrong. I've laid out everything below that will be presented throughout this document so we can address them and take responsibility. Explaining the motives and reasoning behind our actions are not meant to justify or diminish them or the feelings of those affected, but to understand why they happened. Everything one of us or both of us are guilty of, that accountability is taken for and shown in this document in the order they're presented in. Whew. We both became neglectful of many friendships and personal relationships online and in real life. Red and I became consumed by our work and prioritized my career over all else. Red considered everyone, including our friends, competition to some degree, and I agreed. Red and I left Tricky at our hotel in Tokyo. One day during our Japan trip in October 2024, I chose to distance myself from Con after what happened between her and her friend. I tried going back on my agreement with the artist Nixu in April 2025. Red asked Nano to not work with Spite in January 2023 and told me about it afterwards. I lied about not knowing he spoke to her about Spite in my apology to avoid talking about it. Red initially dissuaded Nano from accepting a medal from Geary in November 2023. I guilt-tripped Nano in November 2023 and February 2025, but still sided with her. Reddish reassured Nano about her considering and canceling Bao's model in August 2024. A new Bao's model was canceled in August 2024 and didn't try to do anything about it. Oh, she knew about it. Oh. Red and I agreed to talk with Nano about exclusivity, including not to work with Silvervale specifically in any more models in January 2025. Red and Nano agreed to a deal for her not to work with Silver, Bao, or Cotton in January 2025, only telling me about Silvervale's inclusion. So... Oh, wait, no, that still proves my point. Red assured Nano about considering canceling Bao's model. Okay. I guess. Alright. Okay. Okay, well, where was I? Red and I agreed to talk about Nano about including not to work with Silver, specifically in Monster January 2025. Red and Nano agreed to a deal for not to work with Silver, Bao, or Cotton in January 2025, only telling me about Silvervale's inclusion. Red spoke to Nano about Shy Lily in April 2025 after seeing Nano work on a model for her and never told me about this conversation. We asked our video editor about exclusivity after Bao started working with them in September 2023. Red convinced himself Bao gate kept her video editor to hurt our future music video project in December 2024, when then held a grudge and list of grievances against her. I didn't speak to Bao to clear things up about what I knew Red held against her, and it led to me being an awful friend to her for months at the start of 2025. Ooh. Oh, darn it, Sinder. Both Red and I mismanaged the planning communication with Numi about our concert at the start of February 2025. I pulled out of performing in her show and almost didn't go after choosing business over my friend. Oh, so Shy Lily was right. Shoot. Well, hold on. No, I shouldn't say that. Didn't? Pulled out of performing in her show and almost didn't go choosing business. Oh, she did. That's basically admitting she chose it over Nubi's concert. Ah. Ooh. Okay. Ouch. Ow! Oh, ow! Okay. So she knew about Bao's model cancellation. She pulled out of Numi's concert. She admitted to things that I initially thought were not true. Ooh. Oh, well, stuff happens. We both grew to dislike Silvervale over the past few years for various reasons, including harassment and comparisons, my own insecurities, and how Silvervale acted towards me. Red asked an artist not to work with Silvervale in March 2025 and never told me about it. Red and I assumed Spite was copying me in 2022 and early 2023. I overacted and chose Hellhound and obviously designing 2021. Okay. Red asked an artist not to work with Silvervale in March 2025 and never told me about it. Oh, shoot! Because on Silvervale's live stream, she mentioned that artists wouldn't work with her because she said that Sinder told them not to work with her or something like that. It's on one of Silvervale's VODs, so that actually provides proof to Silvervale crashing out on her stream. I will say respect to Sinder for admitting to this. So she knew about Bao's model cancellation. She didn't do anything about it. She pulled out of Numi's concert. She prioritized business over her. So Shy Lily was right in her reply. She was. So that debunks what I thought. Wow. Okay. But I will say that Numi said she was fine with it. She did say it on stream, if I remember correctly. Every claim of wrongdoing that was made against Red or I that isn't listed above is not true. Whether it was an assumption or a lie in someone's document statement about me or verbally on stream, I would list the false accusations here, but there's been such a ridiculous amount at this point that I don't even know where to start. I will let this document speak for itself, as you should. I feel like Cinder, just drop everything, leave it, and go. I agree with Cinder. These actions were not over years like the public was told. The majority of these actions happened in an 8-month span from August 2024 to April 2025. How each person was affected, if they were affected at all, is explained throughout the document. Nothing was black and white, and none of these actions were motivated by jealousy, envy, greed, or being malicious for the sake of it. My friends, it's been falsely claimed that I was using, manipulating, sabotaging, betraying, and backstabbing all of my friends for years in an effort to deplatform them from and ruin their careers. I agree that's false. There was never some kind of years-long grand conspiracy of deceit against anyone, and I have never pushed the letter down behind me. I had never been jealous or envious of any of my friends or anyone else. My friends were not stepping stones I used to further myself. I loved my friends. Our experiences together were real. Our memories together are real. It hurts that I even need to say that here. There are plenty of things my friends know I've done for them, helped them with, or included them in for no other reason than they were my friends. I've always answered their questions and offered them advice when they asked. Done my best to be there and support them at their debuts and with their own endeavors, and I personally bought so much of their merch for myself without ever saying so. I literally bought brownies my mom made across the country to share with them. I spent my own time making one-of-a-kind cosplay pieces for their VTubers for them for no other reason than they were my friends. More than the 3 finished pieces below were planned for more of my friends, including Bao, before I put all of my crafting focus into my Nihilister cosplay. It meant a lot to me that I could make things that meant a lot to them. Aww. Jesus. She's so good at cosplay. I don't know what to think I did against them, other than what I listed above, or where these ideas came from, or what rumors they were hearing about me, or how my friends collectively agreed this must have been the case after everything we've done and shared with each other. I absolutely could have been a much better friend, but I just can't believe every single one of them thought this little of me at a moment's notice. There were about a dozen of my friends involved before Nano's document was posted, and still not one of them said anything to me before they were posted publicly. That's horrible! What the fudge? After everything, I'd say they're fake friends. A lot of my friendships did suffer due to where my priorities have been, especially over the course of 2024, because of my focus being overwhelmingly on work, and less of my personal relationships outside of it. I neglected people I cared about, and so did Red, both online and in real life. Even my closest friends, unless it was about work, I didn't put as much energy into just talking and hanging out, but that's not to say I never did, never wanted to, or disliked them for any reason. And that's true. Sometimes life gets in the way. I had my things going on, and I knew they had theirs. When I wasn't streaming or working on something, I'd be isolating or hanging out with Red to decompress, and I didn't have the energy to socialize. I tried to plan calls with friends as often as I could, and it was a way to hang out while still appeasing my content brain. And my collabs with my friends were made into YouTube videos, but to say that I was using them for that, as if countless other VTubers don't do the same thing, is crazy. I agree. When I was traveling to see my friends, all I wanted to do was hang out and spend as much time together as I could, and it was the happiest I was. Red and I always loved, valued, looked out for, and appreciated our friends, even if we didn't show it as often as we should have. And, the whole thing with the model cancellation, just saying. I'm sorry to those of my friends who I haven't given the time they gave me. I'm sorry for those I haven't spoken to in a long time for no other reason than my own negligence, and I'm sorry to my friends that I only focus on work with and didn't spend enough time being your friend outside of it. The business mindset. Red and I slowly became more closed off and neglectful of people over the past couple years, but especially throughout 2024, focusing more and more of our time and energy on this career. Work became almost 24/7 for us, never taking a break. It was our job, our hobby, and almost all we talked about. We loved what we did, but we both became consumed by the content grind. Our work-life balance became non-existent. We were going and going and going all day, every day as a 2-person team, working to an obsessive degree. We were always trying to do more with more people all the time. Everything became about doing bigger things, achieving more, accomplishing more, growing bigger, launching more cool things, having more opportunities while keeping up with at least 4 to 5 streams a week. Our problem wasn't greed, like it was claimed. It was ambition. Ambition that was wearing us too thin to keep up with everything, but it was never enough to take a step back and relax. We were always looking ahead, always had to be progressing, and never stopped to appreciate where we were or the people around us. And I understand that. Like, sometimes you need to take a step back. Enjoy the scenery before you keep going forward. Yeah, thanks for that, Rit. Alright. I am drinking this. Excuse me. I do need to take breaks. This is a lot of content to go over. The money was nice, but it's never been the driving factor for anything we did. It was an indicator of a successful project, event, or merch shop that anyone understood. The majority of what I've made and spent went back into my work or towards the house my dad has been building. I've released a lot of merch, and it's something Red and I have been both been passionate about. Coming up with releasing cool new merch products is one of the most fun and fulfilling things to work on, and being on new products like a drink flavor or trading card game was super exciting to us. It was always about launching cool things for my community over the money it made. I've turned down merchandise opportunities and many more sponsorship opportunities than I've ever accepted, only taking on those I really wanted or had a strong interest in, even though a lot of them were paying very well. Being a greedy, money-hungry person has been falsely projected onto me. It's never been all about the money for either of us. Excuse me. One instance I may be called out for regarding this was during my Heaven Hound model debut. During my lore video, I had an intermission where my chat needed to fill a goal bar and screen with bits to progress the video. It was the easiest way for me to implement interactivity into the debut, and my chat having direct involvement by cheering me on was a part of the story being shown. The motivation wasn't to have people give me money for the sake of it. This mindset got myself and my career to where it was, but it took over our lives to an unhealthy degree. I agree on that. Leading to the deterioration of our health and relationships with people, being cancelled and away from where it gave us the time to address this problem in our personal lives. For example, I have my own dog now who's been keeping me busy. Oh, that's so sweet! Wait, so she has a real-life Charlie? Okay. I've gotten back into cosplay after not working on my Nihilister build for months. I've been trying to lead a healthier lifestyle. I've been going to the gym regularly despite finding it difficult to be motivated about things since April. I've been making changes so I don't fall back into the same unhealthy work mindset I was in. And that is good. I am proud of you, Sinder. Doing things to improve yourself. Balancing back from all of this. That's great. Yeah, no, she says, Sinder just said she has a dog of her own now. That's great. Competition. In my apology, I said I'm disgusted with myself for buying into the narrative that my friends were competition. I just learned all this myself, and there could have been so many other friends affected by the narrative that things always had to be competitive. Red always considered everyone our competition, including my friends. I understood and agreed with this reason below. It didn't change anything between my friends and I didn't treat them any differently because of it. The only person I became directly competitive against was Silvervale, and that wasn't right of me. Red! The content creation sphere is massive, but the VTuber sphere is a fraction of that with its own audience. Everyone is always doing something, launching something, playing something, and it's a constant race of relevancy. Whether you want to look at it that way or not, it's the nature of the industry. He's right. Part of the reason why we were always working on new things, releasing bigger things at a faster and faster rate, was to stay competitive in the space. That is true! That is true. In a general sense, everyone was competition. Friends and other VTubers and other content creators. But at the same time that anyone and everyone could be considered competition, they were also collaborators, co-workers, and partners. The end goal was about staying relevant in people's minds. And making sure our project could succeed alongside anything going on at any given time, while also topping our own things we've done in the past. And no point was this view ever motivation or an excuse to hurt, take advantage of, or put down creators around us, especially friends. This is a business, it's a job, but keeping the business aspect of things in mind didn't affect the way I saw our friendship with people or the way I treated them. They were my friends too, and we both cared about them, supported them, and helped them out when they needed it. I've always had the backs of the people closest to us. The only person I've ever considered as direct competition in the negative sense were people either we had something against or they had or did something against us and were working with artists important to us. By April 2025, this was only Silvervale from how she acted towards Sinder for years. Thou after what I thought she did to us and our other friends in December of 2024, but only until sometime after my deal with Nano in January 2025, and potentially soon to be Lily by the way she was treating Sinder and coincidentally getting a model from Nanolist at the same time. It was wrong of me to feel this way, especially towards Bao, and I'm sorry. Oh, look at that! Here, I want to address the people Red and I heard that don't have a larger section in this document. Tricky Wee. My friends Red and I traveled to Japan last year, about a week into our trip around the country. We arrived at Tokyo for the last few days there. Red, Tricky, and I were all talking about going to the Godzilla store the night we arrived. But other plans left us with no time to go. The next morning, Red and I were up super early and were ready to leave the hotel around 8 or 9 a.m. We waited in our hotel room for about an hour without hearing from Tricky at all because we only had a few days left in Japan. Red and I wanted to make the most of our remaining time. We were around with friends all week and didn't have much time, if any, time alone together in Japan either. The other half dozen of us were either had their own plans or were still sleeping. There were other friends staying at the same hotel as Red, Tricky, and I, so instead of waiting around for Tricky to wake up, we selfishly chose to go out into the city and to the Godzilla store without her. By the time Tricky was awake and ready to leave the hotel, Red and I were across the city and didn't go back together. We only met up with her towards the end of the day when everyone reconvened somewhere. Red and I are sorry to Tricky for leaving her behind and hurting her. We've always been there for her, especially when we've traveled together. We didn't think she'd be left completely alone with how many of us were together in Tokyo, but we still should have waited for her instead of going off on her own. She was one of our best friends, and we're both so sorry. Con tell VA. I'm sorry to Con for the way I've avoided her and turning down collabs together for a situation that had nothing to do with me. I thought I was being a good friend to someone I was close with, but it was unfair to treat her that way. I did not agree with how Red included her name in his deal with Nano, and I wouldn't have let him if I knew about it, regardless of how I felt about her at the time. It was wrong of me to ask Red. By the way, it was wrong of me to ask Nano not to work with Cotton. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing, and after hearing about the situation she was involved in, I took it upon myself to do what I thought was right by another friend. Cotton's always been nice to me personally, and she didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Okay, props. Okay, take accountability for it. It's cool. Nixu deleted her tweet with her document about me. She shouldn't have, because she was right. I was going to include it here for reference, but I've left it out because of what she wrote in it. So instead, I've summarized the situation below. Second, I don't want any kind of public reaction to this. I really don't. do not want to appear on videos or similar. I do not want my case being used as an excuse to put more hate into it. I just want to share and let it out my chest. I'll probably delete it in the end. Next, you are at Lomaya AF is an artist that reached out to me via email about making artwork in exchange for showing it off and giving a shout out to her Patreon on stream. I hadn't seen the email, but she made a tweet laying out her terms, tagging me in it. I messaged her that I was interested, but I put her in contact with Red and that he handled things from there. Though through Red, we made our agreement. It wasn't until she had a large portion of the sketch finished when I had changed my mind about our agreement and didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know what was going through my head or what my reason was for this, but I told Red to call it off. Red tried to make it seem like there was miscommunication somewhere to save face for me, but it was really because I was being unprofessional. He talked to me and I agreed to follow through with the art showcase and with a shout out on my stream. However, I failed to follow next few terms as they were agreed upon. I didn't verbally shout out her Patreon and only showed the link to it that was on her artwork. I also didn't show the censored NSFW version of the art, but that was because I was worried about getting in trouble with Twitch. Well, that makes sense. It's Twitch. This was an unprecedented situation I caused with an artist, and I've never done something like this with anyone else. I handled an agreement I made extremely and regrettably unprofessionally. This is way out of character for me, and I'm sorry to Nixu for how I handled things for the stress I caused her. I encourage anyone reading this to please support her in her incredible work. That's nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, I did it! Okay, Nanolus. 211 pages! Ah! Oh my god! Excuse me. Guys, this is 211 pages. Oh god. Nanolus. Nanolus document for reference. Yeah, I've posted. Okay, we're gonna... Nanolus document claimed both Red and I manipulated, used, and dragged her into drama while assembling multiple VTubers, including our friends. These claims were the basis for everything else publicly released afterwards. Documents from half a dozen people and many others, and tweeting their grievances with me. It all hinged on Nano's document being posted and its validity. When I wrote my apology, I said I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission decisions. When I wrote this poorly worded sentence, I hadn't seen any of these DMs. I was in a panic and didn't think Nano would be lying about anything, but now that I've read Red's DMs myself, I can say that Nano was not manipulated, abused, used, lied to, mistreated, expected to take action over any drama she was told about, or incapable of making her own decisions regarding her commissions and clientele. She was never forced to do or not do anything. She has always been in control of her own choices and always had the ability to say no. She was met with understanding and faced no repercussions professionally or personally from either of us when she did. Nano's messages with Red were deceitfully presented to push a narrative that never happened. I don't believe Nano ever showed the full context of her messages with Red to my friends. True that, her claims were backed by Charlotte, and I believe they were misled into blindly supporting her. Nano was a close friend who we respected and was a massive part of my own success. I've only ever praised her privately and publicly. There was nothing she could do for me to hold anything against her or choose to stop working with her. Red and I always encouraged her to do what was best for her, not us. Red, who handled our plans with her, made sure to work around her schedule, push projects back if she needed more time on them, or to take a break and give her first priority on projects she was interested in. He trusted her, and the extent he lied to her about the other people involved was in telling her his own genuine thoughts, observations, experiences with them as he knew them. The same way my accusers did to the public with how they assumed Red and I had to have operated together. The claim that Red and I worked to sabotage projects Nano had is a lie. We both would praise her for the work she did for other people, and I've always celebrated and supported new Nano model siblings when they debuted. Even if Red was really asking Nano to cancel every model she had, it was ultimately still her choice to do it or not, but all of the blame for her actions was somehow put on me. There were only 4 people Red ever explicitly asked Nano not to work with her agreeing not to. The first was Spite at the start of 2023. Red asked Nano himself, and he told me about it after. I lied about knowing this in my apologies, since it was never mentioned in Nano's or Spite's documents. Val, Cod, and Silver Babel were all part of their exclusivity deal in January 2025, and each for Red's own reasons. I was only ever aware of an agreement of asking Nano not to work with Silver anymore. Red never told me about the other 2. I am not guilty of him using his free will to push his own agenda to express his own feelings to Nano, but I understand that as my manager, everything he said to her or anyone else is my responsibility whether I knew about it or not, and that's true, unfortunately. Although they were my friends, it was unprofessional of him to take gossip and work interchangeably. We worked with Nano for 4 years. She's an incredible artist who I've treasured working alongside for my entire career. I put my faith in her at the start when we were both much smaller creators. She saved me from a year-long struggle to get my first model, and she's been with me every step of my journey since. I wanted Nano to be part of anything she could and chose to make her artwork the backbone of my brand. I love and appreciate every single thing she's done for me, and I'm proud of everything I've been able to do for her. In April, I believe Nano found herself in a situation she couldn't back out of, and then chose to do what would result in the most beneficial outcome for herself. Hide the truth. blur a large portion of Nano's DMs with Red and I over the past 2.5 years that show any situation brought up in Nano's document in full context, show the relationship we had with her, how she felt about us and other people involved in everything, and any other relevant conversations that weren't included in what was posted to the public. I've also included some of my own messages with her and some messages with other people. Some of these DMs are repeated and included in the following sections of this document. Nano's profile picture is different in some of these screenshots because of them being taken at different times throughout making this document. Everything is in chronological order, and all the dates and times are in Eastern Standard Time. I've censored any private information or names of people who aren't directly involved. Screenshots that include messages that were in any of the documents are highlighted with a red border. Screenshots that are directly of or taken from another document are highlighted with an orange border. Dates and important messages within any screenshots are highlighted in yellow. Quotes from my apology are highlighted in gray. Red zone comments are in anything being presented are labeled and highlighted in blue. Oh my lord, why is it 211 pages? January 23, 2023. By the start of 2023, Nano was already sharing her commission plans with Red. She also told him that it was okay for us to commission someone else for March artwork Red had previously talked to her about. Red said it was no problem for us to wait for her to do it. Like I said in my apology, in regards to analysts, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing communication about new plans and negotiation through his private DMs. Oh my lord, okay. Oh, and just curious, but was Blank the only new client you took on for this year right now? Nano's got another one, but is done already. Redacted. Cool. Okay, cool. It seems like a lot of new people want to work with you, lol. Yeah, I kind of felt it too. BTW, you said you wanted to leave Daki and Booba for later. It's okay if you want to calm someone else. I don't want to delay your plans, but if you're fine waiting, I'm more than happy to work on it. Redacted. Oh, that's okay. We're fine with moving things around. It's only really Cinder if you tried. All other things going on are preventing us from doing it for Valentine's like we wanted to, so we have to move it anyways. Plus, focusing on getting 2.0 the Demon and the 2 starting screen artworks done is more of a priority too. Goddamn, this means a lot to me. WTF. Redacted hearts. Okay. Later that day was the first time Red brought up Spike to Nano. Red asked Nano not to work with Spike, and she gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after it was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we've never talked about Spike. I shared the feelings Red expressed here, since he was the only other one who knew how I felt. What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. Everything regarding Spite is presented in her section of this document. This was not including Nano's or Spite's documents at all. Why? Since they didn't say anything about it, I chose not to either. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversation with Nano about Spite to try and not make things worse for myself, but I still accidentally alluded to it because of the state I was in. This was what I said in my apology. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement with excluding someone specific from work with Nano was Silver, so she did lie. She lied to us. That's just a fact. Red. Cinder was upset over what we both thought was Spite copying her. I saw Spite interacting with Nano, possibly with the intent of trying to work with her. I went to Nano myself and asked her not to, without talking to Cinder first. It was about one person and one artist they never worked with before, who was fine with agreeing to it. As far as I know, it never actually affected Spite. I have never talked about Spite with any other artist, and I'm sorry to hear that I was asked this of Nano. This was the first of 4 total times with 3 different artists I had ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document. Oh, God. Oh. Okay. Redacted. Oh, hey, kind of a weird question, but would it be okay if we requested you don't work with someone? You mean like being exclusive? No, like not accept commissions from one person. Oh, who is this? I'd say that's still exclusivity. Red, I started the conversation that we were asking Nano to do this like I would any other time. Oh, Nano, who is this? Spite. Oh, damn, I almost said something like when Cinder X Spite. Oh, that's funny. Ever since Cinder debuted, we've seen her slowly implement new design details onto herself that seem like she might have taken them from Cinder, including her now having ear flames she never had, and we think it's because she was the Hellhound until Cinder showed up. But also some of the Spite's community has been rude to Cinder in chat or on YouTube comments on other people's clips on Cinder. I've noticed her being friendly towards you, possibly with the intention of working with you. If I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive. Of course, I protect my baby. But I also noticed the Flames editions. It's a shame people that can't educate their community. Thank you, Nano. I feel really bad asking you something like this. I really appreciate it, though. It's okay. There's no place for rude people. Mama, Nano, best mama. Nano, mama, protect. But then I tell Nano, I just want to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive, and I really feel bad asking you something like this. Nano and I have never talked about Spite. Here's me searching Spite on my own DMs with Nano. Look at that! You don't even see that. Okay. January 26, 2023, an example of a relationship Red had with Nano and how they would talk with each other. Nano told Red she wants to make my winter outfit after Red messaged her about it a few days earlier on January 22nd, 2023. Hey Nano, were you interested in designing Cinder's winter outfit? Not until a lot later this year. Wanted to ask in case we need to find someone else to design it for you to draw. Nano, did I agree on doing Cinder winter? Because I do, I just don't remember if I replied to that. You did not reply to that, Nano. I do want to them. Oh my gosh, you do? I do! I gotta talk to some people and change things around, OMG. Wait, if you already got someone for that, no need to change. No, I'm just kidding. Nani? No, I'm just, fuck, ooh, damn! What the fuck? Yeah, you can do it if you want. I don't want to anymore. Just kidding, I love Cinder, but fuck you. Oh, okay, cool. Alright. March 27, 2023. Ed asked about Nano's other work for us to plan around with her, and Nano willingly shared this was normal between them. Before I continue, friends, did you know in the description of the live stream you can view this document? You don't need me to read it to you, but if you still want to read it with me, feel free to check it out. But the thing is linked. Thing is linked. Christ, this is a lie. Ugh. Cinder, if you're watching this, why did you have to make this 1,000 pages? Okay, anyway. I know why. It's just rhetorical. Alright. Oh, what did you say? Be confident, Nano. I'm not. It's my nature. If you expect to allow anything is a win. True that. I felt that. Well, I'm glad it's been going good for you. What does your art schedule look like right now? Demon Cinder, March, April, 2 arts. Blank, April, May. Full new model, blank, mid-April, art cuts, and few cup arts in between. Already have something for around June. I think that's it. Let me see what else Cinder and I had planned to work with you on this year. Oh yeah, it would be great to know everything. Also, is it okay to have Cinder arts for Patreon rewards? I didn't have much time for Patreon. They are starving. Okay. March 29, 2023, Nano told Red she wouldn't be able to meet the deadline for 2 pieces of art she was doing for me. Red was sympathetic and extended the deadline for it, and Nano implied that she's been taking on too many projects. Oh, wow, she's taking too many projects, okay. Hey, Red, I'm feeling a bit concerned about deadlines for the 2.0 art. What's up? I think it would be better if you find someone else for 2.0 start screen. I didn't know they would be used the same day, but I can work a bit harder to meet the dates if you really want me to work on it. If you think you would be able to do it by the end of April, I know you have blank and blank in April too, right? So maybe mid-May? Nanolis, I thought it would be earlier. Well, ideally we would have wanted both arts within the next week or two, but if you can't do that, and we're gonna have to push back the debut for other things too, end of April, mid-May would be okay if you can manage with that. I don't want to overload you too much. Yeah, for the next 2 weeks would be very pushy on me, but end of April, mid-May is good. Okay, I will let Cinder know. If you can't push back the debut, I really could recommend someone else. Don't want to delay things for you guys. And there's also the Waifu Cup art for Cinder, IDK, when they want you to start the... Whoa, it's covered! But just another thing to do at some point, lol. No, it's okay, we have to wait for Blank anyways, and some other things being worked on. She'll only be starting the demon model in another week-ish when she's back home, so the debut will be anywhere from end of May, mid-July, depending on when things are done, and Cinder and I aren't traveling to cons instead of the end of April. Kinda relieved. Besides, delaying is sad. It's okay, Nano, but we have a lot of projects we want to work with you on if you're free this summer. Right now, lol. I would love to if I have the time. I might stop taking big comps for some time and only work with my current contacts. I'm kinda dying. I'm sorry, we're giving you so much to do. It's okay, it's my fault. I decided to birth another baby. After the 2.0 and Demon Arts, Blank, and your other projects, Patreon stuff, then we will take up all your time. Gladly. Blank is mostly done. Just gotta make some cuts for rigging, and at least the Cinder art can help out with your Patreon after they debuts. I read slowly because, oh my lord, it's small text. April 2nd, 2023 to April 14th, 2023. Now to turn down artwork plans that were previously discussed for some time off. Eventually, Red told her we were able to find find another artist for those plans. In between, Red praised Nano for her work on another VTuber's model. Oh, Christ. Alright, let me see. Red, we need to talk. Hi, Nano, what's up? I think it won't be possible to take Cinder's merch comms. I really need some time off from commissions. Okay, thank you and sorry for this. No worries, Nano, you deserve a break. When you're ready to take on comms again, we'll have things for you to do if you want. Yes, of course, I just need some time to breathe, but still would love to work with you guys. Great job with Blank model, Nano. Thank you. Hey Nano, we found an artist to do a Daki and Booba mousepad for Cinder, but it's for her original design. We'll wait for you to do the 2.0 and Demon Design Dakis and mousepads. Wanted to let you know so you don't feel too bad about it. April 12th, 2023, I messaged Nano about starting on some pose ideas for my first Waifu Cup when she was ready and available to. Hi Nano, Blank was asking when you'll have some time to work on the art for my Gamer Subs Cup, and I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think we could come up with some pose ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush, I know you're busy. Oh, of course can do. You want it two-sided, right? That would be amazing. April 30th, 2023, I told Nana I was trying to get her the okay to work on my Waifu Cup art on stream so it'd be easier for her, and I told her how much it meant to me to have the first Waifu Cup with her artwork on it. Nano, I hope you're having a good weekend. The starting screen arts you made for me are so nice, I love them. I've been trying to see if it'll be okay for you to work on my Gamer Subs art on stream to make things easier on you. They might be able to have the art on a big banner for Anime Expo if it's done soon. I can't wait to have the first Nano Cup. It's so special to me. Wait, I was at Anime Expo 2023. Oh shit, you know, you want a banner? Yeah, letting me work on streaming would help a lot, but if not possible, it's okay, I'll manage. I want to make things as easy as possible for you, and maybe if you don't want to stream collabs yet, we can hang out while we work if you want. Someday, no stream. I would love to actually, like, get used first. Maybe we actually hate each other. No, don't say that, I could never. I'm sure about that, but would be hilarious. May 4th, 2023 to May 5th, 2023. I asked out about one of my then upcoming model sister debuts when planning my human debut so they wouldn't accidentally fall on the same day. Now, do you know about when Blank plans on debuting your models just so I can plan around if it's near my debuts? Let me check on that. I believe it was around June 2nd or July 2nd. Blank said her debut will be around July, August. Can't say the exact day yet. Okay, I've been planning mine to be mid-July, but I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally have it on the same day as anyone else. May 4th, 2023 to May 5th, 2023. Red asked about Nana's projects about when Silver contacted her about her model made in 2022 and encouraged her to set aside time for her own content. After the GG Gamer Subs 2.0 and Demon Art edits, we'll give you a break to focus on yourself for a while. Do you still have a lot of other projects to do right now other than Sinder? Thank you, I need some break. Apparently only Blank Silver seems to want another model though, like brand new. Yep, she didn't reply to the model specification, so I'm just taking this as a chance to be free. Now, you don't need to answer, but I'm just curious. When did Silver contact you? About making your first model. Also, I feel like you should take until at least July off to focus on you and your streams. Nano deserves Nano time too. It was like 2 weeks before her birthday. Okay, at this point, I might just stick to Cinder, Blank, and Blank. Silver is not very responsive to me. That's surprising, WTF. We love working with you, not just for your art. That's so sweet of you. Been having fun with streaming lately. Hope I can keep up. You've been doing really good. Whenever I see you on Lurk for a little while, lol, Cinder will still really wants to collab with you. Maybe we can set up a drawing stream where you both draw VTubers in paint, like with like a 5-minute timer or something. Lol. I want to. I just too pussy yet. This sounds fun and not gonna lie. Red, I asked her about when she made Silver Small from her because we grew suspicious if it had anything to do with Cinder and her debut about a couple months earlier. And as it wasn't well known as a model artist in the summer of 2022 and it had only done 3 models at that point, including Cinder's. More about this topic in Silver's section of the document. May 5th, 2023, I thank Nano for the Waifu Cup art which she made for me and her scale figure was announced. Nano, you did such an incredible job on the Waifu Cup art. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today, Nano. I'm so excited for your figure. I'm gonna be the first to get one. Sorry I didn't reply to you before. Oh shit. I'm excited, a bit nervous. Hope it sells well. No, that's okay. I'm gonna tell all my friends to buy. I appreciate. Not gonna lie, I'll shamelessly get all help I can. May 9th, 2023 to May 10th, 2023, Red talked to Nano about the situation with my first Waifu Cup, which led to him revealing her experience with Silvervale over the past 2 years. Spite was mentioned towards the end of their conversation. It was the last time she was ever talked about between them. Before this, I was told that Silverville had her own Waifu Cup with Nano's artwork on it, and that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have the first cup with Nano's art, and all of a sudden that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to release ever Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. Red, I did not lie to Nano about anything I said in this conversation. I would have had no reason to. Everything I said was as I genuinely thought and experienced speaking to a friend I trusted. You're literally the best. Nah, the cup might be coming out a lot sooner than we were planning because of conflicts with another release. Oh no, what a disaster. Yeah, there's another creators thing coming out, and we wanted to make sure Cinders was released ASAP. Damn, do you know when it is it? Not exactly, that's why we're rushing. Pretty hype having my art on GG Cup. Waiting to hear back about moving the release date up though. Yeah, we're super excited to be the first with your art. I had to move it up to make sure we had the first Nano Cup. Gonna be big. I'm so excited. Let me know if you get dates. It was supposed to be towards the end of June. We're waiting on confirmation, but it could be within the next couple of weeks. Let's go! The other thing with your art on it could be coming out soon. So we're going Sonic Speed on this bitch. Other thing, but they still want the art at AX probably without cups being on sale. Yeah, why? Wait a minute. Wait, I thought you would have been told? Okay, so I'm probably not supposed to say anything, but Red, you gotta keep this between us. Of course. No leaks. I'm leaking excitement. Ew. So you can't even do that, or I'll have to send the gorilla at gorilla that beat me up that one time to your house. Okay, I'm clogged. Okay, so Cinder has been super sad about having the first cup with your art, like super big deal with the cool double-sided color effect. No. She's a cutie, OMG. She was talking to Blank today about upcoming cups from other creators just because she was curious, and Blank was teasing a few to her, and he mentioned a new kind of cup he pitched to the heads at GamerSups, and they agreed after seeing a certain piece of art, then I'll be used on the first kind of this cup. This new cup, instead of the normal transparent waifu cup art, is a full body color art piece. I don't care how the cup will end up looking though. Okay, and this is top secret. You can't say anything to anyone, not even Blank, because technically this was between me and Cinder, and I shouldn't know about it, but I'm the manager. And I thought you knew. Blank, me, GG people were very interested on my work. Maybe it was foreshadow, redacted, literally redacted. This new body color art cup is of silver, and it's basically at the same part of production as Cinder, and it was your art. What Blank told Cinder is that it was something you drew for silver for Blank, and it was never used. She's reusing it here after Blank pitched the idea to make it, so Cinder starts panicking about it. We had no clue when they plan on releasing that cup, but it's before Cinder. It won't be the first Nano Cup, and not only that, but Cinder said the hand but the heart positions are really similar, which isn't your fault since you didn't know anything about this. And if Cinder's cup were to release after hers, then it would be more fuel to the ongoing drama between them, and Cinder will get more hate about it. Plus, here, hers is a brand new full art color cup, while Cinder would have a normal waifu cup and would be overshadowed in comparison, so Blank was doing overtime coordinating Blank to try and work out an emergency plan to get Cinder's cup out ASAP. There's just a lot of unspoken drama between Cinder and Silver. Only me and a couple other people know everything. It was important that we get Cinder's out before her. She has a drama with Silver. There's just been a lot of misunderstandings and coincidences. The internet thinks Cinder copied everything about Silver, and it's basically confirmed that Silver doesn't like Cinder because of it. It's kind of sad. My baby's not getting really well together, not gonna lie, woot. Cinder's rated Silver multiple times, and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name. Oh! Silver was at Cinder's debut last year. Cinder started growing fast, and then not even a month later contacts you about getting a model from you herself. Rushed for her birthday. There's more instances like that, but Silver refuses to follow, acknowledge, or interact with Cinder at all because it's assumed that Cinder copied her. It sucks because she didn't. Ironically, Cinder is only Cinder because of Silver. But not because she copied her. The complete opposite. History lesson time. Before Cinder was Cinder, she was Tashi with an ASMR channel, which she still does sometimes. Red, Silver didn't like Cinder and how she would respond to Cinder's raids, as the past experience he had to infer that Lily's reactions to her raids, along with other behavior, signaled she had a problem with Cinder. Oh, because of, like, Silvervale. Past experience was like, oh, so Lily's doing the same thing. Okay. Which she still does sometimes. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The pink one. Oh, cute! Yeah, she's always loved wolves, and she's always loved the cherry blossom motif, so we were going to turn already successful existing character into a VTuber, but turn her into a wolf girl. We wrote lore for her, and everything. She was cherry blossom wolf girl who was the nature goddess spirit of the forest. Oh shit, oh shit. This was like October 2020. We were waiting to start on it with Blank. We couldn't start with her until December, and 1 to 2 weeks before she was ready to work with us, VShoujo debuted. And Silver rebranded as a cherry blossom wolf girl, so to avoid copying her, and so we could stand out, we did basically the opposite of that design because of Cinder's love of metal music and Okami wolves, and the fact no one at the time had fire since Western VTubing was so new. We came with Cinder and told Blank we had to change direction last minute in order to stand out from Silver, and also that pink cherry blossom motif was super overdone. It ended up working out since no one else but Spite nowadays really has her theming. Oh shit, this is so tense, and some people think that Cinder and Silver are sounding similar, so they're design looking somewhat alike as wolf girls, or Cinder's model art and Silver's original blank 2D model looking alike, or the fact that they're both super similar personalities and have similar sounding laughs must mean that Cinder copied everything. Maybe Silver don't talk too much with me because of Cinder. I mean, I'm not blaming Cinder, don't worry. I don't know. I wouldn't think that's the case because she worked with you for a long time before Cinder. You've done a lot of art of her. Yos. This is kind of sad though. I think Cinder and Silver could be like sisters. I'm just wondering if she asked for a new model because she caught wind of Cinder's upcoming debut and wants to one-up her. Literally, they are so alike, like their personalities and and their opposite designs, so they fit so well together. Cinder just feels like she's always in shit. Silver Shadow because that's what people think. Nano. Oh wow. Tell me this wouldn't work. Yes, wait, dude. But like going back to the GamerSup thing, if Silver releases her new impressive cup first, it's just going to overshadow Cinder's. Plus, she'd take the first Nano Cup art title, and since the poses are similar, people would say she's copying again. I just feel like Cinder with Blank. People use still compares a lot, and I feel I'm always on his shadow. Oh, and plus we didn't even give Blank Silver a design reference and gave her Blank lol. And I completely understand that I actually liked both of your art for a long time. Blank, I've always thought of you as the bigger artist. Blank, thank you, WTF. Yup. Damn. Yeah, I like Blank too. Blank. But you can't tell me that this is better than this. God, artist Nano. Okay, I'm not supposed to have this image saved, but let me show you the cup arts. Thank you, Red. On the hentai world, skill doesn't mean much but a booba. Yeah, but you draw the best of booba, WTF. If Silver's cup art comes out first, wow, Cinder even copied Silver's art and artist, and it's not even in color. Like, oh shit, they do be similar. What have I done? Blank, so at least if Cinder's cup comes out first, that we're trying to do, then Silver will be copying Cinder. But it won't matter, and no one will say that because she's massive and the full body colored art will take the attention away from it anyways. But like I said, both Cinder and Silver are at the same point of production, so she could launch just as soon as us, but we don't know when. If it wasn't so urgent, I could make a new art for this special cup. Nah, it's okay, Nana. We really love the art you made for it. Maybe if they want another cup, we can always do a double-sided full-body color artwork with 2.0 and Demon or something. Who knows? But yeah, I really like Silver could make up with Cinder. There's more drama that happened over the past couple days, but it's all from Silver's side. They go so well together. They would do so good together. That's a big L. Big L for real. I hope Cinder Cup comes first, though. I know the sad feeling. Honestly, she could have tried to talk before doing this. What do you mean? Like Cinder to Silver? Like talk and have things sorted before just ignoring it all. I don't think Silver is willing to. Cinder DM Silver on Twitter before asking to play Minecraft together since they were both really into it, and he was never answered, and they're not Discord friends. Okay, let me explain their first interaction. Oh wait, it's late for you, you should sleep. Don't worry, I love gossips. Nano, isn't it 2 or 3 a.m. for you? I believe it was the MSP Mine server? It is, but I'm very into it. Okay, let me get the deets. I'm trying to find the tweet, and there is the tweet. Nano, don't worry, I love gossips. Nano's always been open and talking about drama and gossip with me. Oh, look, it's that Cinder art. Okay, this was February 2021. Cinder was designed in December 2020. Cinder is a talented artist from high school and college, and she didn't pick up art for a long time until she got a tablet laptop for working on the ASMR channel, like thumbnails. So when she became a VTuber and wanted to draw a fan art of herself with other big VTubers, Silver was the first one she did. She planned to do her and Blank drinking tea, Bao splashing water on her head. Okay. And head and getting upset, and Blank playing drums with Cinder, played a Guitar Hero guitar. That's cute. I remember that art actually. Christ. Ugh. Guys, I am struggling. The font's so small. Can I... Is it possible? Oh no. That's a mistake. I tried. Nope. We're going to stick with this. Oh my god, no. Okay, anyway. Alright, take care. I'll be here. Oh my lord. Okay. How much? Oh, 25 out of 211! Okay. That's cute. I remember that art actually, but she never ended up doing any more, so only the Silver one exists, and no one knows about the other one, so in isolation, it seems like she only ever meant to draw this one for Silver. The problem is that in the tweet, Cinder said, "You're such an inspiration," when in reality, Silver was an inspiration for the design and not wanting to be a cherry blossom wolf, but not by her streams or inside jokes or personality or anything, because Cinder didn't watch Silver, so people look at this one fan art Cinder ever did, and the fact she said she's an inspiration to point to them having similar names, designs, and on-stream personas, but that's not all the drama with this post. Cinder tweeted the same thing a few days before, but there was also a... What? A blank? Oh, hashtag Silvervale. You know, because it's cute art. That wasn't malicious. There are weird feelings behind it. Mama Vale retweeted the original post, then unretweeted it, and we were like, what happened? People make too much fuss out of nothing, too. Time we were working with Blank on Cinder's alerts and panel art. There's so many VTubers that are very alike. We knew Blank was friends with Silver, so we asked her if there was a problem, and Blank said that Silver was really output by that hashtag Silverveil, and that she was going to message Cinder. Silver's messages Cinder asking her to take it down, and she did without any problem. Okay. Without any problem. I can't read that. Cinder was really broken up about it because she didn't want to get off on the wrong foot with Silver, being one of the biggest VTubers at the time. Also because since we redesigned her into Cinder, I've always pushed for them to interact because their designs go so well together. So she took down the tweet and reposted it, the one I sent you. Silver and Mama Veil commented, and that was it. Silver never followed Cinder, but I mean, at the time, Cinder was just a reference sheet. End of chapter, next chapter. Now we are on the model chapter. Man, still pretty mean from Silver's side, dude. Also, Cinder did art class. Since her eye for art is really good. She is artist. Is the design change that made you guys have issues with the first model artist? I remember y'all coming to me because the other one didn't work well. It's a long story. In between these screenshots, Red told Nano the story about the long process of getting my first model, and it's not relevant to show here. And he got us with Blank, and then you know the rest. With the rigging teaching you how to make models and cutting in swimsuits, Cinder's debut last year. So Cinder most likely would have debuted a lot sooner, but the model kept everything on hold. We should have never got tied up with Blank, but in the end, we're super happy that you ended up being Cinder's artist. Now we can't imagine anyone else doing her stuff, and who knows if Blank was influenced by Silver at all, either when she decided to get a model from Blank or when Blank canceled on Cinder. But like I was saying before, Cinder debuted and Silver was there for like the first hour watching, never said anything. Then a few weeks later goes to you for a model after we get you training lull, and your art had improved so much in such a small time. Even when Cinder debuted, people were saying she looked like Silver, sounded like Silver, acted like Silver, the name is like Silver. People say these two look alike. OMG, there was even a meme we made last fall that was an inside joke between Cinder and I. Hold on. Oh, boing boing, that's funny. Okay, so we made this meme that was a really old joke between us, October 8th last year. This was not like a meme going around, trending or anything. A week later on the 16th. Okay, this exact same thing. Silver does not follow Cinder because she refuses to acknowledge or validate her in any way, but she did this. So like, she's watching what she's doing, and we are like, are you kidding? So she replied to it with her own tweet. Just to kind of be like, I'm not the one copying her, and this was around this time the BSMP Minecraft server started, and they were both in it all the time. Blake introduced them to each other, and Cinder was super nice, like always, and Silver just gave like a dismissive hi and went on with what she was doing. Then at TwitchCon October, Cinder went to Silver's meet and greet at the Vishojo booth art with Aru because I guess her and Silver are friends, just like introduce herself. Holy shit, this is a lot. The Blank thing is so shit, Barbara. Aru wanted to ask Silver if the two of them and Cinder could do a Wolf Girl collab together. I've heard some issues about Blank. Aru asked and Cinder never heard anything else about it. I have a friend that made a emote for her and wanted Blank to give credit. She just ghosted and that's it. Blank really nice, but the management is really difficult to go through. Also, Blank had an issue with Blank too. Oh my gosh. We haven't worked with Blank at all, so I don't know. We wanted an art piece from her for the 2.0 debut in September, but we don't know if she's able to. Okay, back to the lore. Minecraft died in November, but there was a Christmas update coming out in December, so remember that Silver messaged Cinder on Twitter about the first art piece. We were like, fuck it, and Cinder and Silver, a message like you do. Like, do you want to play the Christmas update together? It doesn't need to be on stream. I'd love to get to know you. Never heard back. And after Cinder, she recently got the gamer subs and was probably been racing to get her super special full art cup out. Probably not related to Cinder, but I'd say after Shy Lily, Cinder is their next biggest VTuber, or was it before Silver? I don't know how much she does for them. I actually get surprised when Silver went to gamer subs. Yeah, isn't the other one bigger? She got with Blank, launched her shaker, then left. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if Silver's cup comes out soon. They'll also want the art on AX booth. I mean, I don't mind if they advertise Cinder and Silver together. It'll just make Silver mad. Literally, if you advertise them together, you'll get 2 times the sales. At least we got soft confirmation Cinder will be on the booth, which is awesome. I'll advise the cups Cinder versus Silver. I'm joking, okay? And when you told me she asked you about doing a new model, I wonder if it's because Cinder posted 2 or 3 teasers for a new model on Twitter, and Silver stalks her page and saw it and thought she had to beat her to it, or at least take up your time so you wouldn't be able to do what Cinder needed. Lol, like honestly, it would have benefited them both, but Silver seems like she has too much of an ego. She'll never give Cinder public validation as long as she believes Cinder is a copy. Now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her. At this point, Cinder should just give up on that and keep walking. She's a big customer. True and real. It's just hard because it's hard for the public to separate the two, kind of like Blank. I did this with Blank and I'm living, but Blank seems like a cool guy. He just feels like my Dingleberg. Lol, Cinder is Silver's Dingleberg. That's perfect. I don't understand Blank issue. Cinder just trying to be nice and Silver hating her. Lol. Yes, exactly. Blank had beef with Blank. Debuted last year because she said on stream she was ripping off her voice, something like, why watch us rip off when you have the original, or something, and like Blank just ignored it because she didn't want any fights. And IDK what happened behind the scenes, but now they're fine, and they interact on Twitter. Oh, okay. But they're inseparable because people always associate them together from that. Like Silver and Cinder. Wow, I never thought it was something. I just called it the voice meta. And the names being so similar doesn't help us either. Yeah, cute accents always do well. Change Cinder to Tinder. Follow me for more great tips. That's hilarious. Actually, just buy Tinder, quit VTuber, become dating app. So, like, we're not saying to stop working with Silver, but like we'll always have plenty of work for you if you're willing to take it. We really appreciate everything you do for us, and Cinder really wants to get closer with you. She's just learning to be more social. That's a cute statement. Also, oh shit, my ass. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Cinder's rated Silver like 3 or 4 times with whatever. Anyway, Red. I'm using where here, but Cinder had no idea this conversation was happening until I told her about it later. I was speaking for both of us without her knowledge or consent. Okay, so with like fat raids, 1,000 to 2,000 people, and Silver refused to say Cinder on stream. She'll say, thank you so much, welcome raiders, go follow her. I didn't realize this message was cut off when the screenshots were taken. Okay, moving on. Every single other raid, she'd call them their name, WTF, like make it more obvious you have a problem, Silver. She can't even hide it. They briefly talk about Silver leaving each other between these screenshots. BTW about Silver's model, it's not her that came to me, it was me. I wanted to ask her if she wanted a better model since that one was kind of made in a rush. But not gonna lie, I regret asking because I'm not sure I'm up to more model work, and all this talk makes me feel sus. She didn't give me a proper reply about the model yet anyway. Oh, okay, no worries, Nano. I'd rather it be you asking her than asking you, lol. OMG, I found it. There's the post. Oh, this is a reply to one of Cinder's tweets last week, lol. Yeah, I just wanted to say that it's less weird. It's a lot on the bag, though. You can probably find the tweet if you type it. Like, I'm assuming if you just type that, just part of that X post there, you'll find it. Or the tweet at the time before Twitter became X. Yeah, I just wanted to say that so it's less weird. Still a lot on the, it's okay. Damn, actually comfy. Nana clarified to me that she was the one who went to Silver about a new model when she told me about it on May 4th, 2023, but I was already regretting it due to not being up for more model work. Now I'm taking on more models that she can handle will continue to happen over the next couple of years, which we've seen. Oh, you finally finished reading the doc? Good job! I'm still reading it. Oh my god. I wonder who that's about. It's just been crazy now, and that why we're rushing the cup. Lol. Welcome to the inner circle. Only a few other people know the Silvervale drama. That was like how I met your mother, but cup. But cup. Maybe next cup. Chug off an asshole. I no longer want a butt cup. Give me a boob cup, please, but it's a great investment. Oh, really? Is that so? Believe me, I'm a professional. You're the professional. If you get a butt question, go to Nano. She can draw him, she can drink him, she can slap him, maybe kiss him, who knows? This makes me salty. I have a bad butt history. Do I want to ask? No. No, I don't think I will. Few from my community knows the tale. Nano, it's 5 a.m. for you, and you're about to tell me about bad butt history. How am I supposed to take that? And don't say up the ass. Also, thank you for all the explanation. It was a ride. I do be a bit dead inside. Yes, it's nice to have you on the same page with everything, especially since I don't think this is going away soon. I appreciate you staying up to listen. Gonna have my Cinder figure and my Nano figure right next to each other, and the Silver figure will be in the box in the closet. I know it's kind of a different situation, but I do feel very similar to me and Blank, so it pains me a lot. Was Blank ever mean to you? Nano, that's why I say it's a bit different. No, that's why I say it's a bit different. Oh, yeah, Blank was nice when Cinder worked with them. They actually raided today, lol. I just felt being his shadow for long. I still get the feeling but I bulk up. Hell yeah, buff Nano, bleh. You're out here doing full illustrations, Blank. Thank you, and not gonna lie, I react kinda well out of spite, especially looking at the difference. When I get angry, I want to destroy. Look at how much you improved. This is like a year and a half apart. Wait a minute, I can't find it. Wah. Look at it, look at it! Like my VTubing art, I'm being moved by my spite and I enjoy it. Look at it! Oh, the SpongeBob meme. Yeah, oh yes, this made me proud, not gonna lie. Be careful with Spite. I hear she copies things, lol. Oh, also, we can't really say anything about Spite because people will say, well, you copied Silver, didn't you? But I kind of thought about it, so we're stuck on both sides, lol. The plot twist is Cinder because the two face two, but on Spite, Cinder was literally designed to not copy Silver, and the cycle never ends, lol. Spite actually came to Cinder's chat last year. Tails says it's still going, turning people when she was growing really fast and introduced herself. Cheered 1500 bits too. Then like a month later unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Cinder's ideas like the flames. And now it's basically rebranded more of a fire Cerberus using fire emojis all the time. SMH never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself a hellhound but stopped when Cinder... Oh wait, this is literally from the screenshot from Nano. The unfollow is weird, yeah. There was one day despite something she knew. Only on Cinder. What I'm skipping over some of this because this is something that's already from the Nano's doc. Honestly, Spite Cinder design is much more sus than Cinder Silver design. Or saying rude things about Cinder, always mentioning Spite, yeah, especially after Cinder debuted with Spite's design. Bruh, honestly, it always begins with a fan saying shit. This was original Spite. This was Spite's debut 2 to 3 months after Cinder, dude. Yeah, and the unfollow and the random, I'm not copying tweet. Now, if you just look at her page, she uses fire all the time, and she put little skulls in her flames in her head to make it somewhat different. I've seen the skulls. Looks like PNGs. True, not Mama Nano art for real. Mama Nano makes best Hellhound and must wait for Demon Cinder and see if Spite makes a move too. Lol, true. Cinder is copying me. Not gonna lie though, Cinder has the best mascot. Animal VTubers usually go for the same animals as pets, but Cinder's is a fireball. I mean, like the doggy, but fire. Red told me they just had this conversation with Nano, and the next morning I messaged her about it. Red told me he was talking to you about it, about the full story, Lamau. I haven't really told anyone else about all this except blank and blank last month. Most, then, of course, blank yesterday. It's just been eating me alive since I released my design. I can't escape. Been living with this for so long without anyone knowing the truth. But I also didn't want to say anything or tell anyone because I hate drama and I just want everyone to be nice and happy. I also didn't want to tell you about the cup art being similar because I don't want you to feel bad or blame yourself for anything. But I'm glad you're relieved you understand now. I also did, I'm so thankful for you and I want to get to know you more than just a business partner and have fun together and play games and when you're ready to. I know you're gonna have so much fun. It do be a lot, not gonna lie. I just feel sad because I know how the being someone shadow cats your insanity. It's time to be strong and forget about Silver. You're already so big you don't need any validation from her. Also, the blank stuff was very shocking. And yeah, the cup art is such a coincidence. I didn't know any of this. Damn, yeah, after staying up until 5 a.m. reading your deep lore, I do feel more part of the gang. It's okay, I'm gonna keep celebrating all the cool stuff I get to do and have fun with my friends. The lore Lamau. Never read that much text isn't so long. I feel very cultured. Oh, I can imagine it's been a long time since this all started and so much happened. I can only imagine how you melded over the first model. Damn, but I'm thankful it worked out this way because I wouldn't want to work with anyone else now. I think the same. Not gonna lie, I melded a lot working in your first model, but it worth it so much. Second model was so much easier. You're cute. I know my model is really complicated, but I'm so happy it helped you improve so much and will be so good. I'm so hyped for your debut. By the way, Red showed me you're having the figure with my design. My dream was to have a figure of my art, and in it I got two. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'll show you the final sketch when it's ready. Yes, I would love to see. Later in our conversation, we talked about my scale figure that was in pre-production. No, I'm gonna cry. Oh, they just sent this, and I want to do a bikini instead. This is so good already. Featuring the model you drew that Red chopped up. I can see that and I laughed. Dude, I love this. The fire on the base is a great addition. I'm going to fight for this so hard. Try having Good Smile to make Demon. But Good Smile didn't even want Silver. Dang! Oop, stop tasking about Silver. I'm kidding. Good Smile is just really picky about who they work with. Yeah, I bet. Maybe one day, though. You never know what can happen, right? For me, just having my own figure with a novel is a great, huge deal. I can die in peace. I'm so proud of you, Nano. You're doing amazing things. Oh, when Nano suggested I have Good Smile make my demon figure, said they didn't even want silver, which is something I heard from another friend. Good Smile is very hard to work with. She was a much larger creator than me at the time, so I thought my chances of working with them were even smaller. I chose to keep this in, and I'm pointing this out because it's only the time I said anything mean about silver in any of my DMs with anyone. May 15th, 2023, I messaged Nano to tell her we needed to change the artwork on one side of my waifu cup because it was too similar to silver's. Now, I have to give you a heads up. GamerSubs needs to change the orange art. Is it because of the pose issue? I was just in a call with them to discuss when my art cup was being released, along with the artwork similarities between mine and Silver's cup. Since our cup has been in development since December, plus the issue with them potentially releasing so close together, the city suggested they change the pose with a new piece of artwork before the end of this week. So I wanted to ask you if you think you would have the time to do that for me. Blank said he'd pay you an expedited fee on top of the commission price. The good news is that we'll still be able to use the first artwork on other kinds of merch as other kinds of merch and as banners for their booths, just not on the cup. They also wanted me to ask you if you paid the first two pieces of artwork. Oh, I could try to change just the arm if it can be an option, but I'm fine doing a new one too. They didn't pay anything yet. They said they'd prefer a brand new one on 3 separate pieces, especially because they want 3 to fill a giant mouse pad. Ayo, I'll let them know if you haven't been paid the blank and should get on that ASAP today. Do you think you'll have time this week to do it? I can do the rushies again. I'll be removing my wisdom teeth tomorrow, but I'm 80% sure I'll be good. Last time I was at least. And don't die trying to art. May 25th, 2023, now she's just an artist for a reference sheet, and Red told her that we were holding onto my winter outfit for her to do since she was interested. Oh, by the way, if you want a cool artist for a ref sheet, I think Blank is great. Blank did the Pyro Pups. We want to work with them again. Yes, I know, this work is really good. We could have them design the winter outfit if you'd rather that. Oh, IDK, I'd like to try. Yeah, I haven't asked him for any new designs because the only new one we have in mind right now is the winter one, and we knew you were interested. July 5th, 2023. Nano asked Red if we could pay for a commission for her to subtract the total from the artwork she did for us. We've done this multiple times over the years to help her when she needed it, and she'd take the difference off of our commissions. This is while we were at Anime Expo and had just bought a life-size standee of her. Red, can you pay me a little com again? It's a $7 com, but my shit card can't handle it in. Yes, as soon as Sinder wakes up, today is our workday in the hotel, lol, we bought you. We can just pay the invoice to you sent. No, I didn't know you guys were at home. I can wait till it's good for you. Paying the com for me would be better if possible. My issue is that my card can't handle the numbers. Cinder sent the pic to me. I was like, wow, they got me taking some air and touch crash, but I was outside because Cinder kidnapped me. Yeah, we were like, we need Nat to Nano home. Let's bid on her. Now we have to figure out how to ship you. And I think Cinder would be okay with it. We just take it off our invoice later so it balances out. Gotta help Mama Nano when we can. Oh, so they're helping her with payments. Cool. Alright, take care. Oh, man. July 16th, 2023 to July 21st, 2023. I showed Nana that I included her eye symbol in my demon room after my debut, which I've been included in all of my major backgrounds for years. Nana wasn't a tool for Red or I to use. She was someone we both cherished working with. She said she was planning to start on my winter design soon. Not sure if you noticed. Sinder! Didn't notice, actually. You're so cute. I fell in love with the lore video, and there's a photo of us. You're cute. I love including you in little places because you're a huge part of my journey. I also want to ask you if you're still able to make a winter design and outfit on the base 2.0 model from the beginning of the next year. Of course, was planning to work on this design soon, actually. Red been telling me about it. You guys are amazing. Whoa! Nano art! Ooh, the nano art's cute! June 25, 2022, Nano's eye symbol in my first... Whoa. We went from 2023 back to 2022? Cinder? Cinder? What do you mean chronological order? At least you highlight the dates. July 15, 2023, Nano's eye symbol in my demon room. October 13, 2023, Nano's eye symbol in my second room. A framed picture with her and her mascot. Before it's questioned, Bao's mascot is on the table because it looks like it's made of glass and filled with liquids. Bao is framed with me and my other closest friends on the wall. Oh, that's sweet. December 15, 2024, Nano's eye symbol in my Heaven Hound room. April 4th, 2025, not a room background, but Nano was asked to include her own standee of herself on my most recent starting screen that I had on my desk in real life. Oh. July 18, 2023 to July 19, 2023, Red messaged Nano about Silver, asking about a model right after my Demon model debut. Silver Cup out this Friday, we'll post. Yes, she told me at least Cinders came out first, yes, and is doing so well. Did she have you make the second art piece recently for it? Goal bar raising fast, yeah it is. We gonna get that flavor. I think I made last month or even before that. But man, Cinder's model called a lot of attention. Blank and Blank messaged me for models. Did she ask you for a new model yet since Cinder's debut? Oh lol. Red, Nano mentioned to me that more people are contacting her for models because of Cinder. Ugh. Oh my god. What page am I on? 51! Oh my god. Oh lol. She kinda, no, don't do that. Okay. She kind of did actually, but I'm kind of excited for Blank. Me and Cinder were like, she probably already asked Nano, are you planning to work on another model for her, or is just Blank or new? I think she got upset about Cinder's figure stealing her figures thunder. Dude, there's no way. I mean, Cinder been blasting. She just got it all. Wait, did you tell her no? Silver been kind of missing, I think. Not yet, actually. I know it's Cinder's enemy, but still my client. I'm sorry. It's okay. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Red asked after I asked Nano told me Silver already asked her for a model after Cinder's Demon debut, which was 3 days before this. When I enthusiastically said, "Wait, did you tell her no about that model?" Nano had the ability to tell me no. Silver was still a client, regardless of how I felt about it, which I accepted. That's just business. Her calling Silver Cinder's enemy at the time were her words, not mine. And now not how we viewed Silvervale at this time, just someone treating her unfairly. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Okay. Is she rushing you for a birthday model again? Listen, I just wish she'd play nice, man. Like, Cinder didn't copy you, stop being like this. Oh no, it's just a new model with one of the contest outfits. Right? I don't see a point. Like, wow, Wolf Girl, please don't be bitch Silver. Red, we just wanted Silver to get along with Cinder, but we could recognize that way she'd always acted towards Cinder. So just Blank are the new babies right now. Nonetheless, Blank isn't confirmed yet, but Blank is. Oh, okay, I thought Blank was working on her own new model. She is, but seems to be too busy to keep on that. Oh, I'm glad everyone's interested in working with you. You deserve the attention, and I hope your own VTubing is... Excuse me, going good. Cinder still wants to collab. Ugh, food. I'm having existential crisis over VTubing. You've been doing good, though. What the hell? IDK, I just be like that. How is your new design coming? Oh, and I guess we can start working on Cinder's winter design whenever you want. Lol, make sure you save time for the new Cinder stuff too, with Blank and Silver, everything else you do. My new model going a bit slow, and not gonna lie, also don't worry, didn't confirm anything with Silver yet. I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes. What's up with your new model? Oh, no big deal. Just taking my time to work on it. Can I post the 2.0 Cinder R2? I'm okay waiting the actual debut though. I think it'll be better if we wait until to post the 2.0 art, but you can post the demon artwork. Red, me saying I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes is the first instance of me implying we would eventually be competing directly with anyone. Post the demon artwork. Okay, no problem. Is there a set date for 2.0 where we're going to Cinder's birthday, but it's probably going to be early October. Just a lot we have to take care of before that debut. Oh shit, hope it's nothing bad. All I know, Cinder is a non-stop opportunity machine. We have some problems going on and things we need to fix, and just some drama getting to us. But yeah, it's non-stop crazy things, man. No more drama. We have a little break. Whoa, what did I do? I lost my place. Ah! Oh yeah, there it is. We have a little break with new things until the 2.0 debut, but still have to advertise gamer subs and the bikini figure until then. Yeah, may I know what's up? Kind of like to gossip. Drama with some friends when we were traveling. I just people not acting very nice and being kind of two-faced. Two-face. Oh, and now Silver getting stuff to us since we didn't get planned for her things to be releasing so close to ours. Right, Nettle may know what's up, kind of like gossip. Nettle's always been open to talk about drama and gossip with me. Okay, and now Silver stuff getting to oh, yeah. I'll stop you about Silver stuff. It's whenever, I guess. Forget about her, I swear, yeah. No. Red, Nano got tired of hearing about drama about her on Silvervale specifically. I was looking at numbers yesterday. Cinder literally has the same view numbers as Silver now. Cinder supremacy! Almost as many, but it's not really... That, I think, like, really close. I think it's more like wanting her to recognize Cinder, even though it literally doesn't matter. I feel like there's this unspoken competition between them, like they need to one-up each other, because Silver can't get along, but I also understand her point of view. A new VTuber people say, oh wait, that's from the Google Docs. Oh, that is from the Google Docs. Say a replacement. Hey, share a lot of the same audience too, so we have to fight for their wallets with our cups and figures low. We did undercut Silver's figure though. I mean, I think Cinder is winning considering her goal for the cosplay. I'm pretty sure this one was part of the documents. True, that was insane. Like, at the end of the day, it isn't about how much we may compare to her. We just want her to recognize Cinder. That is also in the Google Doc. And, Cinder. Okay, so this part was from the Google Docs. Okay. Nano specifically. I said we were fighting for Cinder and Silver's shared audiences' wallets with their cups and figures because Cinder's and Silver's first waifu cups dropped a week apart on July 15, 2022 and July 21st, 2022, and their scale figures a month apart on July 15, 2022 and August 12, 2022. We undercut Silver's figure by having an earlier release date than her to avoid Cinder being accused of copying her again. We wanted Silver to at least be on good terms with Cinder. Anyone could see the potential success they'd have working together, including the money they could make. July 2023, Red complimented Nano's work she did for Silver, and I told her I wanted Nano everything. Okay. Jumping from this to Octostream to see where everyone is, where we are at right now. Oh, I don't know. Is Mama Oko streaming? Hot dang. If they are, like, congrats. I'm probably not gonna get this before I go to sleep later today. Let's see. She's got the personality, and I run the brand. Branding is important. Oh, and you did a good job with Silver's art. She's lucky to have you every now and then. I check on Blank, and she's always dying. She's lucky to have you. Because she doesn't have a dude like you. I forgot the name. I hope I can make color cups for Cinder one day. They did a long time to render the art, though. From what I remember, I don't think GamerSubs was too happy doing the full art cup, but if it sells well, they'll absolutely do more. Cinder literally wants Nano everything. Clone yourself so we can have a Nano. Adopt me, please. Did she ask you about illustrating a Dojin? We were in talks with some people and we brought your name up, so we'll see what happens. She did mention it. If this ever happens, let me know, like ASAP, so I won't die doing it. But having another artist is fine. I know she'll pick a good one. I will. They're 4 hours in? Dang. I am behind. I will. Maybe just for the convo, easier and UIDKEs can be it too. We can start working on anything when you have time to. I guess our design Winter Cinder. Is there any base ideas? We can send you some ideas on the service soon. Sure, love Nano. August 10, 2023. Red discussed plans with Nano as she was interested in doing gave her party before bringing plans to any other artist. We ultimately decided to wait until Nano was ready to make my winter outfit like it had been discussed with her all year. The blank message shown below was an animated emote on a frame that didn't show anything. Nano. What? Red. Oh, okay. Sorry, I know you're streaming. We were going to apply to get the winter outfit designed by Blank. That way you don't have as much on your plate right now if you're doing a lot. If it's accepted, we were thinking about doing a comfy gamer girl pajama outfit design next that we can work on you with. Although we have a few more ideas we could do too. If it's not accepted, we can work on Cinder outfit like we're going to anyways. I just wanted to let you know since you're interested. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Vindication? Nice. It's okay, don't worry. Does some great designs. You do great designs too. I'm fine working on the comfy gamers instead though, but if you were really excited to design the winter one, you can do it. We just didn't want to overwhelm you with stuff. If you're taking on a lot of work lately, I applied for them to design my character, so we figured while they're open, we should apply for them to do something for Cinder. Yes, Wafu. I mean, I am excited, but Blank will deliver the goodies for sure. Oh, and if you have any ideas for Cinder outfits you think would be cool to make, besides the winter ice and comfy gamer, we're thinking of pirate, rockstar, heaven hound, ghost, and bring the bikini to the 2.0 model. Are any of these more exciting to you than ice? Because we can give Blank one of these and you do ice. I talked to Cinder and we want to give you priority with whatever you want to work on. I think the reason seasonals should come first so she can have a fit for all year. Yes, them the specials. There's an unrelated conversation between these messages. I'll hold a bit on the winter Cinder a bit since we will wait for Blank for what he was going to make the winter fit. He didn't apply for it, so you can do it. That's why I said if there's any other outfits in that list you'd want to do, then tell me so we can have him make something else. Go apply, though you did already. No, you're Pika Loco, no dummy. I was talking to an analyst. Okay, I'm going good working on it anyway, but still, feel free to have Blank work on anything. I don't mind. I'm just one little guy anyway. I think you'll do a really good job with it. August 29th, 2023, almost 3 weeks later, Red checked with Nano on my winter outfit. She said she was working on a new model, but assured her it was okay that she hadn't started it yet. Hey, Nano, I just wanted to check with you on Cinder since I saw you're also doing a Blank model now. Sorry, didn't start it yet. That's why I told you it was okay to have it with Blank. I'll see if I can get the first sketches this week. If you don't have time right now, don't worry about getting to it yet. We haven't started anything with Blank yet and are waiting for him to be done with other things too, so maybe whoever's ready first. September 22nd, 2023 to September 24th, 2023. About a month later, Nano asked Red for us to find someone else to do my winter model art due to her workload. Red offered to push the model art back since we had no one else in mind to do it. We wanted to prioritize model work with Nano over the GamerSubs artwork Red asked her about. Nano did the artwork in October and started my winter model in November. Now, Nano, you still want to do Cinder's GamerSubs flavor art? They want to make a group chat with us and start it soon, so it's ready to go. And they want to start in a second cup idea. Oh, nice! I do need some info on that. By the way, I wanted to ask you something. Do you guys calm someone else for winter outfit? I mean, for the model art, if you guys prefer having me doing it, it's fine too. Not the design. I can talk to Sinder about it. We can't make you work on it if you don't want to. Oh no, it's not like I don't want. I would just ease my work a bit. That's why I don't mind doing it if she prefers me. I don't think we have anyone else to do it, but if we need to push it back further for you, that's okay. I can make this work out. Now, if you think you're taking on too much work, you can give the new GamerSubs projects to someone else. No, I want to make the tub art. Okay, you can. Just don't want you to overwork yourself with projects. I know it's probably hard to turn down working on everything you get approached about. October 9th, 2023 to October 12th, 2023. I messaged Nano about my projects, trying to make them easier for her to do. Hi, Nano. I haven't heard from you in a bit and wanted to see if you still wanted to work on my winter design, GamerSubs flavor art, and next cup artwork. If you have too much on your plate, you can always I can always find someone else to do them. I just need to know soon because I really want to get these done as soon as I can. I really wanted to work on the flavor art though. I wanted to work on all of it. Not gonna lie, I can do the GamerSubs stuff if we can have the winter fit for someone else. I like what you have for the winter design so far. I wouldn't want someone else to change it and finish it for you. And I haven't had any updates for you in a while, so I wasn't sure you still wanted to work on it. I can have Red send you his ideas for the flavor art though if you want to start that. I think he said he had something in mind already, but I'd want to get both on these done ASAP. Sorry I wasn't in the past few days. Honestly, my biggest issue with winter fits is if you want all arm toggles to work with it. I think I have 6 right now. Would I have to get rid of some? Yeah, especially because there's the cost and no cost would be 12 arms. What if you get rid of the crossed arms, arms on hips, and hands on face toggles with the cost on? That would bring it down to 9 arms. I would appreciate it. If that works for you, it works for me. I'll finish my current model and work on your stuff right after. Sounds good. Finish my current work. We'll start yours next week. I'll be away this weekend, by the way. Any of these work can be streamed. Okay, thank you, Nano. I'd rather have you stream the winter outfit, but you can stream the GamerSub art as long as it doesn't say GamerSubs anywhere and you don't say what exactly it's for. November 17, 2023, Red asked Nano about her current projects. We were thinking about model plans with another artist at the time because of Nano's busy schedule lately, although nothing ended up becoming of it. This is when Red allegedly manipulated Nano and forced her to cancel Silvervale's model. Oh, that's a thing, yeah. Hey, Nano, do you have a lot of models lined up still? Quite a few. Is it for the project? Also need feedback on the outfit changes, so I might change the toggles too. No, not for the project. I was just wondering, I know you were working on Blank with Silver, and Blank said you would be working with Blank soon. I'll go get the feedback now. It's pretty much like this for now. Oof. Oh, waitlist and working. Oh, I see. Disparage, whatever. But this is pretty much 1 comm every month, which means I can always put Cinder stuff. Oh, wait. Red. Oh, Red. My oof reaction in the screenshot was due to the number of projects you had on our list, not about who was on it. This was the first time I had seen Nano would be working with the Bound model. I'll be working on that. Yeah. Poof. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm. This is gonna take days, guys, bro. I'm like losing it. I'm probably not gonna finish this, and I will continue this tomorrow. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, Sinder has been busy these months. Okay. Which means I can always put Sinder stuff in between. Easy. Okay, do you know what kind of model Bao wanted from you yet? Like, is it normal whale, or is it there a theme? And I thought you were talking to Blank about a model. She wants a big mommy Bao like Blank. I was about to say, not the Bowberry. So, like, lore outfit. Blank model is done for a while too. Oh, lol, I mean, maybe it's a good thing we ended up reaching out to another artist about a model with how many you'll be doing, starting the rigging. Blank. Red, I was asking questions about Bao's design here to find out if it would be compatible with Boss Rush's theme, like a lore outfit. Boss Rush was only an idea between me and Sinder at the time, but we knew what the concept would be eventually, but just not who would be included. Yeah, who's the artist, by the way? Who's rigging? Gonna be blank. Nice. Oh, blank. Oh, is real good. Yeah. Don't feel super great about going with someone other than you, but IDK. It feels like an arms race sometimes with new models and more people wanting to be best mama nano babies. Oh, don't worry on that. I'm sure blank model would be even better. TBH, his art is really clean and yummy. We'll have to see. Like I said before, I feel like my models are too overrated. There's so many goods out there. Red, we were very low on when it came to our models. This was during a time when there were significant upgrades to the overall model art and rigging quality in the VTuber sphere, and more people were going to Nano for models, taking up more of our time. Like I said before, I feel like my models are too over... Oh, okay. Now you're like the most desirable model outist art there. Look who's trying to commission you. It's like big braids, it's just a name. Not to discredit any of your work, because anything you work on is top of the line incredible. Oh, this is part of the Google Doc. Another one I think is just difficult situation with everything we have ideas for. Our original plan was to work with you on a bunch of 2.0 outfits this year, but because of Gamer Subs projects, the possible game project your schedule, maybe a blank model. I'm not sure what we're doing now, DBH. I need like a week of nothing happening anywhere to catch up and organize things. Of course, we can still do outfits if you have time in between. It's not like we don't want to work with you. Oh my god. This is so much! I can understand if y'all want to go for more blank stuff, considering he might be cheaper too. I'm pretty sure my work is expensive right now. Red, this is the first time I said anything about Nano's models being less special. If everyone had one. This was about supply and demand and the perceived value of Nano's models, so if they weren't as scarce. Like I said above, this was not to discredit the quality of her work or her talents as an artist. I can understand if y'all want to go for more blank stuff, considering he might be cheaper too. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. And you can ask other artists to make outfits for the model if my schedule is your concern. No, cost isn't a factor. We work with who we work with because we like them and we like their work. That's how we keep working with you. After the winter outfit, we were thinking Pirate Summer, maybe Bring the Bikini back, Ghost Halloween, and Angel for Christmas. But IDK where a possible blank model would go, because I wouldn't consider that 3.0. It'd be a spin-off. Birthday maybe, what kind of design would it be? Thinking in something comfy, gamer, alt girl, possibly with arcade skin-like toggles. Wait, could be Tashi. We had the idea, but we think it'd be best to invest in Sinder models and keep Tashi as a toggle, since Tashi is like only for longtime fans and not really part of the main brand. Oh, I see. Would be weird to go full Tashi model on twitch.tv/Sinder because it's not Sinder lol. Yeah, I guess. Also potentially phasing out Tashi within the next year, but we'll see. It's on life support TVH, but yeah, Blank would do something like E-Girl Gamer Arcade Skin. Blank is supposed to design an angel outfit at some point, and Cinder really wants a powered outfit. And I think a ghost outfit would go hard with the fire theming, but planning all this next year will be a nightmare with any other projects. Gotta do what you gotta do to stay relevant. People say whatever they say, but Blank raised the line too much. I still think you should do a 3.0 towards next fall winter for 2025. Yep, now it's expected. What else? Ayo, just an idea. If we want it ready for the late spring, early summer 2025, would be an honor to keep being Cinder's mama. 2.0 outfits, and maybe Blank will ride out next year, but there needs to be a plan after that, lol, and you're only gonna keep getting better at models, and we love you. It just sucks that everyone wants a nano model. I mean, it's good for real because you make a lot of money and you gotta eat, lol, but sucks because it's not as special. I'm actually hard grinding because next year I might get my own house. Housewarming party win will definitely do for Burr friends getting more settled. I might try to travel a bit and do more cool stuff. Also, since I'm booked till June so far, let me know whenever it is possible to confirm this new model. So I'll stop the models a bit for real. Which new model? Like the outfits for 3.0, 2025. Oh, okay, I'll have to talk to Cinder and talk to Blank again, of course. Like I said, would be an honor to keep Cinder's mama, but if she wants to go for Blank, it is what it is, and won't take it personal or anything. Do you think would still be available for art from now until June, or are you focusing on the models only? Can do art for sure. Okay, besides Gamer Subs, I think there might be one big art project we have in mind. Oh, thank you, Phantom Kiro. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, your reminder came in clutch. Again, you guys, if you want to read the document for yourself, I have the link to the X post in the description of the stream. I'm probably not going to finish this in the setting. I thought I could do it. Nah, that's too much. Red Nana said to be an owner, keep making Cinder models, but if she chose to work with someone else, she said it is what it is, almost like it was just business. Besides gamer subs, I think there might be one big art project we have in mind, but we need to talk to some people first, and of course the game, but you probably wouldn't be able to contribute much with how much you would be needed from each artist. I don't know what the plan is with that yet, and I mean, there's always Cinder Dojin idea too. Dude, being so close to Cinder's plans makes me kind of scared of being content creator, like, not just art, you know, I don't have the energy. It's 24/7, I don't have the energy anymore. I'd love to see you do more content creator stuff, like, excuse me. But beware, it might be easier to stay in art world, right? I'm kind of happy with my small fan base. I don't feel too pressured. I just do whatever I like to do. And I don't mind telling you because we trust you and like including you in our projects, and we take pride in calling you her artist. This is a big thing too. There's a lot of pressure of constantly doing more new and exciting things as you get bigger, and we had to learn that fast. Red, to be clear, my comment above saying we take pride in calling you her artist is not about owning Nana or keeping her from working with anyone else. It was because Nana's art and style had become synonymous with Sinder and her brand, and she was the artist we personally prioritized and supported over all others. I also mentioned to Nana the pressure Sinder and I felt back then to constantly be doing more new and exciting things, which led to how unhealthy our work-life balance eventually became. Dude, you make me think about my current waitlist, huh? Why? You gotta buy a house? You and your husband need a house? IDK Sinder is just the best baby I got, TBH. Buy a house, Nano, buy a house. We're not living in the road, don't worry. La 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 la. Nana, how do you work in the jungle of Brazil? Here we need to make a capybara crocodile energy trap to run the PC, dude. Wow. Is your Wi-Fi router a coconut? Is the bird from Rio there? With head, hog, spikes. They do this dancing session every day. It's so loud. Red, just by talking about her plans to Nano, I said I was making a rethink her current waitlist, calling Cinder the best baby I got, TBH above. Red said to Nano, you and your husband need a house before I'm accused of not censoring that personal information and outing her. It's public to Nano's on Twitter's Nano profile that Mio is her husband. He is also her manager. Oh, it is confirmed! Guys, we got confirmation. Mio is Nano's husband and manager. It is confirmed. Cinder outed them. Okay. And then there it is. Yep. Woo! We were right. I mean, it was on Nanolist's. I don't know why I'm just doing that. It was on there. Is the bird from but I mean, if you want to clear up your schedule for more work with this, I'm not going to stop you yapping and cleaning the most later ones. I don't know for sure right now, but I think you maybe should keep Bao big, maybe, and that's all I'll say. Oh yeah, I really want to work with Bao. Are you designing Bao's? Red, after Nano said she was rethinking her waitlist, I said I won't stop her if she wants to make more time for it. She responded saying she was thinking about getting rid of the later ones. I thought Nano should keep Bao on her list because she was Cinder's friend, but I didn't want to take a solid stance on it if Nano was thinking about removing herself. Nano said here she really wanted to work with Bao. Not sure. We didn't get into specifics yet since it's planned for June. So what on that list can you get rid of? Might have it like this, and shows that. Our people I promised the model, so can't cancel. I'll just tell them my manager told me to get rid of some comms because I'm dying, so Mio gets the fault. Wait a minute! Is Nanolis throwing Mio under the bus there? Hold up. Wow. Red, Nano told me Bao's model was planned for June. The 2 minutes after I asked her what she could get rid of, she showed me that she removed Silver Veils and Cotton's model from her waitlist, and she said she was going to blame it on Mio, her manager and husband, because she's dying with her commissions. So she literally oh my gosh, she basically threw her husband under the bus. Anyway, yo, you just scrapped Silvervale. I talked to Sinder just now about this, and she said she absolutely would love to work with you more to help pay for your house. I mean, didn't you already start Silver on your stream, though? Yeah, but I'll cancel anyway, kind of feeling more light, and I didn't even send the messages yet. Ruthless, I mean, regardless of how I feel about it, you should do what's best for yourself. We definitely want to come for you for more art. You can do on stream too, like not just NDA models, lol. I think we have a plan for how we can work with you, but on both you and blank models too, and the 3D model we're getting. Red, I didn't even ask her to cancel anyone's models. She chose to cancel Cotton Silver's models herself, even though I was biased about Silvervale. I had nothing against Cotton back then and didn't even say anything once to Nano about her, yet she chose to cancel her model too. She said she was feeling more light, implying that she really was dying with her commissions. I told her she should do what's best for herself. After Nano first showed me her new waitlist, I told Sinder she canceled Silvervale's model. She was trying to buy a house and that we could give her more work to help her. She was excited to do as much as we could for Nano. Nano told me about Silver's model in July, but it was only cancelled here in November. It was the one who had Silver's model cancelled. Why did I tell her it was okay, and then wait 4 months to force and manipulate Nano to cancel it? Why would Nano have been able to tell me no in July about Silvervale, and then again or about anyone else? So it was Nanoliss's choice to cancel Silvervale's model. She was not coerced. Wow. Looks like they threw Red under the bus. Not Sinder. She kind of did, actually, but I'm kind of excited for Blank. Me and Sinder were like, she probably already asked Nano, are you planning to work in another model for, or just Blank are new? I think she got upset about Sinder's figure stealing her figures thunder. Oh, wait, this is from earlier. This is from earlier. This screenshot I'm just reading, that's from earlier. Here's a Nano canceling the model with Silver in their DMs, blaming me on her workload. This screenshot is from Silver's document, and this is indeed from Silver's document. Here is my message to Silver 2 days before Red's conversation with Nano even happened on November 15, 2023. This message was framed in Silver's document as me taunting her while Red and I were supposedly plotting against her, which is completely untrue. My message to her was genuine. The full context of my DMs with Silver are in her section of the document. Oh yeah, this is the one where she says, yeah, hey Silver, the stuff. So this is from Silvervale's document. I hope your flavor development is going well. Can't wait to try it. They're sending me samples of mine soon. Okay. I replied to Nano's tweet showing off mine and Silver's merch the night before Red had this conversation with her too. And she provides an X post link. Oh, look at that. As you read from the conversation above, Red didn't ask, wait, I'm so glad I got to work on this with you. You made us both look amazing. I love you, Nano. Yeah, that's the last thing. As you read from the conversation above, Red didn't ask or make Nano cancel Silver's model. Image from Silver's document. That's from Silver's document. This is what Red told Nano in May about working with Silver. Now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her. That is from the document. In July, Nano told Red that Silver was still her client no matter how he may have felt about it. So this is... what we're looking at has already been mentioned. I'm just reading new stuff. And here's Nano in her own public Discord server on the very next day, on November 18th, saying she's healthier and less stressed after choosing to remove Silver and Cotton from her commission waitlist. Hey, yo! That's the screenshot that's in my Google Doc. This is, if you guys don't know, I actually covered this in a YouTube video. This actually coincides. Bro, Sinder used the screenshot that I used. Well, she didn't get it from me. She probably went to her public Discord. I'm just saying that our information aligned. But here's Nano's reaction on April 26, 2025 to find out about my message to Silver and the image of how it was portrayed in Silver's document. Nano would have known exactly what happened with Silver's model. Oh, wait, Nano replied to Silvervale's? I didn't even know about that. Wait, what? I didn't think much. I literally can't believe this. Wait a minute. Hold on. So basically, Oh! Wait, hold on. Here's a reaction finding out about my message to Silver and the image how it was portrayed. Nano would have known exactly what happened with Silver's model. Yeah, because she canceled it. So she knows. She knew. And she made it like she didn't believe it, but she's the reason why Silvervale's model was canceled. Huh. Okay, I didn't know that Nano was replied to Silvervale's doc. Okay. November 19th, 2023, Nano told Red that Geary approached her about a model. I chose to leave her name and censor it here since I had mentioned her in my apology after finding out about it, and I was never even aware Nano was ever planning to work on a model for another of my friends, Geary. Also, Geary contacted me for a possible model. She's browsing artists so it's not confirmed yet, like in the past day, yesterday, ain't no way. She's gonna want you for sure. Hold on, it's not like this yet. Oh, another project I was talking about was maybe a big art piece for WeebCon in March. Hilariously, I was at the WeebCon. I talked about another project between these screenshots. Would it be evil for you to pay a model price not to work on a Silver model? I'm only half kidding, a bit, but Nana House fun, business expense. It feels kind of bad to rely on Sinder for that, though. I don't think we'll run out of work for you. Like, there's always just general artwork too. Silver can get a model from someone else. She has connections. You're right. This is a business world. Red, I was half kidding when I told Nana about paying for her to not work with Silver in a model because she had just canceled her model 2 days earlier. Nana then said I was right. This is a business world in reference to what I said about paying her not to work with Silver, which is the exact opposite to what mine and Cinder's later comments about business meant. Unrelated conversation continues again between these screenshots. Well, let's see if Geary wants to... Oh, that's the single selective screenshot in Analyst's document. And hope Silver finds someone else. the evil, the next, what? The next ick, I kind of want to say for blank. Rigging though, my house can wait. Which model are you going to do that? Red, my reaction towards Gary inquiring about a model had nothing to do with Gary at all. I've never had anything against her. I was more and more people wanting nano models in general, not anyone in particular, and this was right after Nana had just removed 2 models from schedule. I never told Sinder about Gary because it never went anywhere and there was no reason to. I hope Silver would find someone else to do her model so she wouldn't come back to Nano for one. Unlike Sinder, by this point in time, I had already basically written off Silvervale because of the undeserved way she treated her. Jumping ahead again. By the way, since you got plans, do you think it would be best for me to have a Bow's model done sooner or around June is okay? I don't really know at the moment. We're working on the winter model now and finishing the Gamer Subs art. And the next thing might be the WeebCon thing. If we get the okay for it, then we gotta talk to Gamer Subs about Cinder's next product launch, so there's no plans for that right now. Then Sinder did want to do a 2.0 pirate bikini model for summer, so IDK when that'd be best to start so it could be done rig in time and 2.0 model updates, and then the gamer projects, which is still in the idea phase, so I can't give you any more work for that right now. There's always just more artwork for stream, for posting spicy art, or maybe a spicy comic. Maybe having it done sooner or later, or whatever happens later, I'll be open for it. Red, Nano asked me when she should have Bow's model done. Nowhere do I say she should cancel it. Nano suggested she may get it done sooner than June. Redacted true, we could start the 2.0 updates pirate design after the winter model is done, and then that can be off stream, and if we can do the WeebCon art, that'll be on stream, and also just finishing the flavor art when the drink is finished. I still got the changes in mind, so don't worry. I don't know if you saw, but we were talking about adding butt fangs to the winter model and having the sweater flip up when Cinder moves like blank. The new models have been, oopsies, how did that happen? Gotta make the coochie yummy looking like blank lol ig. Okay, oh, I forgot. We can also work on base 2.0 model updates after the winter one is done. I saw the updated Booba, Pyropup, etc. So every outfit going forward can have the new stuff. Of course, let me know all the changes, and if there's a deadline for it, I'll be quite busy until mid-December because of certain projects I already started, and after that, I'll be pretty open yee. Let's go, Nano on Team Sinder. Oh, the Pyropup cancel! By the way, even I'm dedicated Cinder slave, I'll need to make Patreon content too. That's fine with us if we still want you to do your thing in art. The world would be a dark place without Nano art, and if we come you for normal art, you can use the NSFW version of that for Patreon too. This would mean the world to me. We are Nano believers. Also, I'm working with YouTubes for Nano Mono Plush. I'm so excited. Red, Nano refers to herself as a dedicated Cinder slave after our conversation, which isn't something I ever implied she'd be or what I wanted her to only work with us. November 2023, someone I worked with asked me about how it was working with Nano since one of our friends was commissioning her for a model. A few days after their message, I responded praising Nano. Hi, Cinder, I have a question for you. I'm good friends with the voice actor for Blank, and she is about to commission analysts for a VTuber model. This is their first time working together. Nano's recommended they reach out to you to get an idea of what it's like to work with them. Overall, what was working with Nano's like for you? Sorry, I missed this. I've been working with Nano since the first starting making models, and she's the sweetest. She's so nice to work with. Until, okay, November 23, 2023, Red messaged Nano about me and one of my model sisters. We didn't have a problem with sharing Nano as a model mom with anyone, and I've always supported them. Your daughters really are related, lol. Buff Pup and Cinder. Those are my favorite artists. Yeah, I don't know if you know her, but I love her. My favorite artist and analyst, IDK, if you heard of them, but they are pretty dope. These two, November 25th, 2023, Nano voiced her concerns to Red about their previous conversation where she got the impression Red wanted her to only make models for me, and the confusion about it is cleared up between them. This situation shows that Nano was capable of putting her foot down and making decisions for herself despite any accused manipulation, which is true because if you read Nano's Google Doc, she is show that she can stand up to Cinder. I didn't yet because Blank said they could get one for me. By the way, we need to talk later. What's up, Nano? So it's about working with Cinder. My friends told me it's a bit unfair for me to stop other models, so I do more for Cinder, which I agree with them. Oh yeah, this is literally from the Google Docs. No, I know you pour your heart and soul in all your models. Yeah, this is literally in the Google Doc. Yeah. Red, I was confused because I never told Nano she should only be working with Cinder from now on, and I didn't ask her to cancel anything either. I said I thought that the more she made, the less special they were, and talked about Cinder's plans, and she canceled 2 models. I thought it was because she wanted to do more with us. To be fair to Nano, I didn't explain my point of view about our models at all, but I didn't bring it up to somehow manipulate her. It came down to a conflict of interest from my client perspective and her artist perspective. First of all, this way of thinking about the value of Nano's models was my thought process, and Cinder understood and went along with it. Not everyone will feel or see the way I did here, and that's okay, because I don't think this is the right or wrong issue. It just comes down to what each person values as a VTuber, artist, or reviewer. This shows just how much we admired Nano and her work, and that we were putting her on a pedestal. This is nothing to do with the idea that other people with their models would be Sinder clones, or that her work was less incredible because there was more of it. To me, it was a matter of supply and demand, just like a rare trading card. The more models Nano made and the more often she would, the less valuable they'd become for the people who have them. Nano's models are all of incredible quality, extremely unique and highly sought after, but they'd each individually be less special or valuable if there were 100 of them rather than only 10. From a VTuber's perspective, your visual identity is extremely important. A model isn't just any other asset. Your design, your model, and its art style are a huge part of what makes them who they are and how they're represented and recognized. It's an extension of yourself. The fewer VTubers with their model's art style, the more unique it is to have it. They stand out more, and it becomes a more personal, defining feature of and to that VTuber. Representing that artist, we all know I have at least one VTuber who has the only model for my client artist, or one of a handful of models from them. The more models that artist makes, and the easier it is to get one, will inherently lessen the perceived value of the VTuber's visual identities who have those models. I only thought this way over models because of the role and importance they play for a VTuber, and the importance Nano's art was to our brand. It was never about who was asking Nano for a model, just that more and more people were. More new model clients meant more recurring model clients, meaning less time for anything we wanted to do with Nano, which is why we considered an exclusivity deal in January 2025. My priority has always been our plans and our schedule. Everything a VTuber does revolves around the new model debuts, merch, music, events, and more are all planned around a new model or have it as a centerpiece. That's why I always asked Nano about her schedule and where she could fit in our plans at the consistent pace we've always. That way, we could keep up with the pressure to always do bigger and better things all around new models. On the other hand, as you'll read, I could also completely sympathize with Nano's perspective as an artist. In an artist's view, they want their art to be everywhere and seen by as many people as possible, and have more and more people appreciate the craft, hard work, and love they put into what they do. More artwork from our clients means more of their work will be seen by more people, leading to more new clients and more new opportunities to sustain themselves financially. New ideas and new concepts that come in keep work exciting and prevent creatively burning out from doing the same thing over and over again with the same older clients. When Anna told me how she felt, I was 100% on board with what she was saying and had no reason to argue against her. Even if my priority has always been Cinder's projects, I also cared about and prioritized Nano as my friend and what she wanted to do for herself. I apologized to Nano for the confusion and accepted her decision without any pushback. When I said business is business in these messages, it was referring to the fact that Nano made a business decision that was best for her, even if it wasn't necessarily what I wanted, and I respected it, didn't hold it against her, and worked around it with her. Let's see. It's okay, Nano. You're just making a living. Oh, this is from the screenshot, and I forget. She literally tells you what the border thing is. Yeah, she blamed it on Cinder. Yeah, my brain is dying the more I read it. Red, I was completely understanding and sympathetic to Nano's side of things and working with Silvervale. The drama she was talking about was about Silvervale. I never asked her not to or to cancel her model, but if she wanted to work with Silver, then there was nothing I was going to say to stop her. It was her business decision. I respected it, just like I always had business is business. And Red's message at the bottom, he was joking. Of course, I was okay with Nano's decision, and my conversation with Nano about this is below. Oh yeah, this is from the Google Doc. Red. Just like before, I told Nano she needs to do what's best for her. I didn't say anything about Silver in a conversation where Nano canceled her model. This is literally. Let me see. Let me find. Don't worry, please. Yeah, that's right. So, oh good. Oh god, it will be the first news. I'll let you know when I talk to her now. Please have mercy. I'll go over a list of things we talked to you about with her, and we'll write them out for you, and we can find time for things. If you don't still want to do the pirate outfit, we might not start any model project until 3.0, but that's the only thing we had in mind. Like we were talking about, I might be able to considering, oh, I'll only take Silver back. Oh, I thought you were going to take everyone back. I still need to talk to them. Red, Nano, I might be able to considering I'll only take Silver back. Again, I did not say anything about Con, but Nano canceled her model anyway and never took it back. Let's see. Did you end up doing the Geary model? Oh, not yet. She was just browsing. No worries. Business is business. I'll message you when I talk to Cinder. Let her have breakfast at least. Thanks for getting this out of the way now, Nano, instead of waiting a while, lol. I try to be transparent as much as possible. I think it's much fairer for both sides. Yeah, that's right. Then the rest is from the Google Doc. Red, once again, saying business here is telling me now that no matter what her decision on Geary's model was, I would accept whatever outcome she chose. I didn't want to affect her decision about it, and Geary never came up between us again. I asked Nano if she told Silver she canceled her model because of Cinder, because before this, Nano was under the impression I asked her to only work with us when I didn't. She canceled Silver's model at the end of that same conversation. I didn't know that she might have told Silver, but Cinder had nothing to do with it. I would never blame anyone besides Mio. That's right. She said that. That was from the Google Doc. Let's see. Oh yeah, this wasn't a good. It's okay. We settled things up. Okay, Red. I apologize to Nana for all of this again, and both her and I were satisfied. November 26, 2023. Here are my own DMs with Nano about what happened, where I say it's just business. Red told me about his conversation with Nano before she messaged me, and my use of the phrase had the same meaning as his, since Nano just heard it from him. In my apology, I said, me saying it's just business, referring to my acceptance of Nano's business decisions, whether she chose to work with me or not. This is not in reference to anyone's model being cancelled. Further explaining to her that it's okay if she chooses not to work with me. I can understand where the next part can sound manipulated, but my intention was to reminisce about the journey we had together up to this point, since at this time I wasn't sure if this was where Nano and I would stop working together as frequently as we had been, and I'd have to look for a new model artist. I then encouraged her to work on projects she's excited about, while I talked with Red to find a project that would work with her schedule. Oh, I don't know how many pages. 92! Oh my god. Hey Cinder, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, she talks about that. This is from the Google Docs. Literally, like, when I'm skipping over stuff, that's because it's already, like, in the other Google Docs. Alright, when she came to me about what they've been talking about, Nano told me she thought and chose to cancel models because of what Red said. Red only expressed his opinion to her. He didn't ask her or imply for her to cancel anything on anyone, and when she came to him about it, he understood and sympathized with her view. I know, yeah, I'm reading everything. I though I'm canceling some models because of it, but then I realized it's not really fair to me. Yeah, that's right. I understood what Red's reasoning was in the screenshot Nano said, but no matter what she chose to do, it was just business since it had been completely ignored in my apology, deceptively misinterpreted, and turned into a meme. Let me explain again what I meant by it's just business. When I use the phrase myself, if Nano had chosen to pause, delay, or cancel any planned or future work with me for any reason she would give me, whether due to other clients, burnout, or any other reason, then it was just business. Both Red and I had repeatedly reassured Nano over the years that there was nothing she could say or do to make us choose to stop working with her, and nothing about our work together would ever make me rethink the friendship I had with her. My feelings did not dictate Nano's business and commission decisions. We always made accommodations for her to be able to work with us when she could, and she always willingly decided to do things with us. If she had come to us herself saying she didn't want to work with us ever again, then that was just business. None of her comments were made trying to convince her to sabotage or canceling projects for anyone else, using business to justify it. It's just business was used in this conversation with this situation alone to tell Nana we accepted what she wanted to do. I don't remember using the phrase anywhere else again, but it had been turned into this catchphrase I've allegedly had all along to sabotage people. If you were to present my conversation with Nana first without any of the context of Red's discussion with her happening just before this, it could look like I was directly responding to Nano's message about canceling other people's models as just business. This is how it was presented in Nano's document, and I agree. You'd also have to ignore everything else I said in that same message to Nano and everything else from the same conversation that referenced what Red had told Nano the day before. When you have the full context of the situation and order it happened in, it's just business comment means something completely different than it was deceptively portrayed as to the public. November 27, 2023, Nano told Red she was going to take Silver's model back. 2 days later, she told him that Silver might have found another artist waiting for confirmation. Nano had plenty of time to tell Silver she'd take back her model if she wanted to, but never did. Nano and Silver blamed us for model being cancelled. People who accused her have lots of pages. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Oh my lord. Oh, actually, Silver might have found another artist, just waiting for confirmation. So far, I have only December full, but normal illustration can be added. Also, if you guys want to schedule your stuff before I get new comms, just let me know. December 10th, 2023 to December 12th, 2023. Nano told Red she wouldn't be taking any commissions until February for a break. I had asked her when she'd be able to start my winter outfit starting screen art, and she told him mid-January. Red, I won't be able to start my comms until February. I'm taking December comms to January so I can have some rest. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, try. Thank you, Nano. Do you know when, if you were to do it, if you'd be available for a winter starting art piece, and are you interested in doing the pirate bikini outfit in the spring? And when needed, will you be able to finish the flavor art for us? I can have winter art started mid-January. Would love to do the pirate fit for flavor. I'm only waiting for the color. February 16, 2024, Red told Nano that one of my future model sisters showed me her model Nano was working on. We were on an IRL trip in February 2024 when this new sister first told Red that they were working with her. We were both excited for them and expressed how wonderful it was to work with Nano. Blake and Blake showed Sinder how her model is coming. From what I hear, it looks really good. Ooh, I love them so much. I got hyped when Blank contacted me. They're super nice. February 17, 2024, Red moving projects around to accommodate Nano. We preferred all of my model artwork to be done by her. Red, I have bad news. I don't think I can make PPS for March, but I can recommend people to make them. What about April? April is 100% doable. Okay, we can do that. In case you want them early, we got the same people who made silvers. If we do all the 2.0 art updates in April while Blank, she should be able to do them in May probably. I think it's okay to wait since we gotta wait until Blank is ready anyways. I think it's okay to wait since we gotta wait until Blank is ready anyways. Oh, sounds good. PPS for the biggest edition, and so I'm pretty sure we're good. So we gotta wait on the Pirate 2, like the design? It's February, hopefully after that will be much less busy. Okay, just let me know when your schedule will be free ASAP. Sorry for the inconvenience, Red. It is what it is. We just prefer to do all the model artwork, so if you have to get someone else to do the pirate design, let me know. Only if you need the design before April. I guess we don't, since it'd be you and Blank doing the model again, lol. May 21st, 2024, messages I had with Nano showing I was happy for her about projects she was working on. Hi Nano, I really can't thank you enough for working on my special Gamer Subs card. I started crying when I saw the full finished art. You always make the most beautiful things, and thank you for dealing with me, Red. I'm sorry things have been so crazy for me lately. I love you with my whole heart. Sinder, I thank you for the opportunity. Always a pleasure to work with you in your projects. You're such a busy bean. You've been working on so many cool projects lately too. I'm so happy for you. This art is going to be my profile pic when it's public. Hehe, it's too cute. You've been I'm so happy you like it. I do also hope your move was okay. I know that's got to be so much work. We didn't move yet. Got a bit delayed. Every day is a good day to mailed. Oh no, I hope you can start moving soon. I know how long you've been wanting this, and good vibes to you always. Nanolis, hopefully still this month. IDK, I'm kind of happy we're delaying the moving because it's so stressing, but I also want to move. I wish I could just leave all behind. I wish I could start fresh on all my work too. I feel that one step at a time. May 31st, 2024, Nano told Red she was feeling burnt out, and she said we'd delay my next model for her when she was ready for it. We wanted Nano to be the one who made all my major models and outfits. We had no problem waiting for her like we had in the past. We are! Oh my god. Red, do you think you can get someone else to make Angel Cinder? Why? What happened? I'm having a slow burnout feeling. I mean, we wouldn't get someone else to do it. We just delayed, but we want you to be comfortable. No, I'll make it then. No, we can worry about the Angel when we have a better time frame for it to start over the next couple of months. Are you still able to do the 2.0 updates and bikini outfit? Oh no, I'm positive I'm fine for summer stuff. Since there's not much going on the arms, it won't be difficult to make the toggles. By the way, I still can't thank you enough for keeping me as Cinder's artist. June 3rd, 2024, Red asked Nano about a merch artwork commission, giving her the opportunity before anyone else. Nano, how busy are you with comms right now? Quite a bit. Okay, never mind. It was for Gamer Subs standees. Our first two artists couldn't do, but I got another to ask. Our first two artists couldn't do it, but I got another to ask. Oh, okie dokie. What's the deadline though? ASAP, no deadline. I'm kind of scared to charge for this kind of comm again. Nixial de Equi, whatever that freak is. What's it? Nobal de Kaz? I don't know. It's like too complicated to try. In case you already asked the other artist, I'm fine waiting for its reply. I told the other artist I was waiting for the other artist, you, to reply. Wah. When I sent you this, I brought up a possible project to the other artist, but waiting for the first artist to reply, that was you, and then you replied, and now we're still talking lol. Anyways, he said first artist and it me, yeah. It always you, but first artist is busy lol. I always got a way to have it done usually. Yeah, okay, anyways. Whoa! This is the first Andy pose, more or less. But this tail gonna be like this, and it's gonna be double-sided, one side 2.0, other side demon, the tail gonna waggy. Now, Nano, I don't want you to take this on if it's gonna delay the bikini outfit, but if not, then if you think you can do it, it's gotta be done ASAP, no set deadline. It's but still ASAP, otherwise have another artist in mind, so it's okay. Ooh, it's okay to say no this time. I have to say no then, and I need a quote to give. GG first lol. Okay, no worries, for the sake of bikini. For the bikini! Huzzah! Thank you, Nana. I'll be back for if the other artist says no. No problem. I'm still happy for being asked for. Okay, happy wappy Nano. Just a reminder that Blank is available to start the beginning in the second half of June. Blank, give me the toggle list. Okay, what? Okay, fine, wise guy. I'll do that today too. Mr. Toggle list. Okay, stop. This sticker scares me. Do you think if we did a Pyro Pup inflatable tube, I'd be too much like Lily? Don't want any Smolola drama, lol. I think it's a bit too close from the current drama. True, that's what I was thinking, although this wouldn't debut until August, but still, in terms of new toggles, that's the only idea we could think of. We could do like that gacha game. Right, we left out a Pyro Pup floaty toggle from Cinder's bikini model to not copy Lily's, which had debuted earlier in the year. June 10th, 2024, my own message with Nano where I helped her with an audio question. I was always willing to help Nano or any of my friends when I asked for help or advice. Cinder, can I ask you what do you use for mic audio in general? I struggle with audio so much. Of course, I have a Shure SM7B mic, and a Wave XLR interface for it, and some filters to make it sound better live and get rid of the background noise. Thank you, we'll check these. Always happy to help. June 25th, 2024, Nano told Red that she may be looking to focus on more projects with me because she was getting fewer commissions and would be taking less to. We were her most loyal and repetitive client, right? Okay. Cinder Canvas, the Cinder Canvas event of all time. See if you can find you. I'm trying to find. You got it. And then X Post. Would you keep a demon on yourself? Coming soon. That's the X Post. Sheet. It's my design, mom. Daughter, lol. You the mom. I'm on TV, mom. Oh, lol. Yes, I want one. Soon. There's also something else we're doing with us, but can't tell you yet. Y'all just keep cooking. Also, I'm getting less comms. I was thinking to maybe stay more in Cinder work. Let's fucking go. I told you like a year ago we will keep giving you work if you want it, lol. I know, but you were for real. I'm preparing myself to give full-time love to 3.0, no more nanocoms, or just taking on less so you can do more streaming. Taking less, I would never say no for a good offer. Okay, just let me know if you're able to take on and win. The Heaven Hound outfit and 3.0 are the only things we've scheduled, but we can give you general art, NSFW art, merch art, gamer subs art, more model designs and outfits. If you want them, just let me know whatever you guys want me. You know, I always get a way to work on it. Heaven Hound next, please. Another Mother Nano and art to go with it for a starting screen, only if you have time. When this is for again. July 1st, 2024, Nano delivered a project to Red and a collab with her comes up again. Thank you, no thank you. You make the prettiest art. Thank you for continuing to work with us. I thank you and Cinder for keeping me. We're gonna work on big things. That's the PayPal link. I'm excited. And when are you and Cinder collabing? I'm getting back to streaming. Hopefully, I'll be ready soon. July 6th, 2024, while at Anime Expo, Red and I made sure we were there to see Nano at her first ever meet and greet. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I said your name. It's okay. Don't worry. I hope you had a fun meeting everyone. It was fun. The experience for sure. July 23rd, 2024, one of my friends messaged me asking about working with Nano. I've never dissuaded anyone from working with Nano or said anything bad about her. Angel, will you be coming back to blank? I also want to ask you about how you like having Nano as a mama. I was considering applying for the comms since they rigged a lot of models I loved. I sure am, and Nano's absolutely fantastic to work with. She just does live 2D art, not rigging, but every model of me, minus chibis, were drawn by her. July 23rd, 2024 to July 26th, 2024, Red asked Nano if she knew about Bao's model going to debut so we could plan our schedule around it like we've done in the past with other people she's worked with. It was the end of July and he thought her model was already finished. Last time Nano had mentioned to him was in November, and she told him she was planned to have it done in June. We saw the design at WeebCon in March when Bao showed us, so that confirms that. Analyst. Cinder Summer. Okay. Thank you, Nano. I'll let you know when she asks for anything else. I wanted to ask you if you knew around when Bao was planning to debut her model from you. She planned for Valentine's. Thanks. Just want to check in your schedule for the Angel model, maybe Angel starting screen art and 3.0 model. You have any idea for EA's for 3.0 release date? At the earliest, April of next year, but probably May, June. Angel will be late November or December this year. Angel, dates are good then. Do you know when you're starting the Angel art? Art. Probably right after your model is done. Oh no, I meant model, like the art for the model. Angel Cinder is booked for start on October. Anything cool you working on lately? Flavor art and a model starting this week. You're doing a blank model? No. Model not for blank. Red, Cinder's Angel model was booked for October. I was also excited for what I thought was a model she was making for someone else. Nano, could you give me updated PNGs of these with all the fixes you've done? It's no rush. Okay, I might not take any comms from that forum. I feel like I want to be more into VTubing. No one cool applied. But yeah, I think you should do this, especially in Brazil where there isn't a big market and I'll always here to help with advice. Got a few cool ones, but I guess I want to move on with my own brand, but I'll work with Cinder until she dumps me. Do you have any tips for unpopping the bubble? Red, Nano told me she didn't want to take anyone from her public commission forum so she can do more streaming herself, saying she wanted to move on with her own brand and work with Cinder until we chose not to anymore. I encouraged her and offered her my help. How far? 112! Okay. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk to you about that. Am I fired? Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't play with my emotions. Not yet. Anyone you can share? Also, what do you mean, lol? The ones I'm interested in are blank, but I'll think a little bit better about it. Like what would make a small community get people eyes? Oh, nice. Honestly, I'm surprised there wasn't bigger names that applied. Like, you mean what it takes for a small VTuber to get lots of eyes on them? That's kind of my specialty. I did that. Yeah, pretty much. I got friends that are studying the BR market and planning things for a far future, maybe. Well, the advantage you have is that you have a brand, you have a well-known art style, you have lots of kids to promote you, and you don't have a small following. The challenge is that I can't really speak on the Brazilian market since I'm completely outside that demographic, but a good VTuber debut and advertising plan should work regardless of location. That's for sure. Advertising is really huge. What I can say is that as long as you're still drawing for Cinder, I don't mind helping you with advice and plan and stuff. Mio messaged me seeking for guidance for some guidance and said she wants to help you out more too if you can. So cute. Deal. But like I said, I'll work with Cinder until she dumps me. Until she dumps me, you'll be working forever. Ha 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 ha. Me on my 80-year-old doing the 40th model. Nah, it'd probably be like 150th model by then. Nah, it'd probably be like, oh, I'm doomed. I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next models if I didn't feel already so committed to them. How many models do you have in the works? Got 3. They are people I'm interested in, so I don't want to cancel with them. Just gotta recover from cold and get shit done. Is one of those the Angel model? Lol, no, but don't worry, it's all very well calculated. By the way, Angel model will be a skin on 2.0. Yeah, the last 2.0 alpha, then we can do 3.0, which will hit harder if you're having less babies. How many new models have you done with that haven't debuted yet? Red, Nano brings up the idea of canceling models first after expressing she wanted to do her own thing and that she honestly would if she didn't feel committed to them. So it's literally Nanolist's choice to cancel models. So the whole thing about, manipulating Nano to do that. Nah, that's false. Nano willingly did it because she's the one that makes the artist and art. Ugh. Thanks for the reminder. I'm starting to reach my limit, guys. I will continue this tomorrow. There's like 4 models the big. Blank seemed to debut around October. I have no idea for the other ones. Is that Bao 2? Didn't start Bao yet, so 4 models that haven't debuted, and 3 you'll need to do, not including Blank. Yeah. I swear they're my last models for a while. Okay, we'll find a new mama. I'll KMS in front of Cinder. Red, I asked about Bao being one of the finished models that hadn't debuted yet because I was under the impression Bao was already done. Nano told me her model wasn't even started. Me saying to her that we'll find a new mama being busy was a joke, like earlier in the conversation when I joked about firing her. Do you have like a time frame that you want to start doing your own thing, or just as soon as you don't have model work, and what do you want to do on stream? I think it would be as soon as I don't have the model work, but it would take quite the time. Actually, I was thinking of doing a proper debut for the model, just tell chat to pretend they never saw the moral before. You could just use the model for a long time, and then come back and pretend it's new. Then after the reveal, you can be like, this is the same model. Do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel with her? No, but she'd guilt trip you 100%. But if that's best for you, then I think you should. I'm very guilty. What? I'm very guilty. Bleh. I mean, the sooner you don't have model work, you can work on your own debut and stream stuff, and Cinder and I can help you out, so I'm not telling you to cancel our model, but it sounds like that'd be best for what you want to do. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Is Bao the last of the 3 you still have to do? Yeah, yep. Got Blank 2, which I'm considering canceling too. The other one I can't cancel because I said it. Said it, settled to start right now, but I think I'll keep her. Settled to start right now? Or you mean start the model now? What the? Yep, it's supposed to be further in the future, and they wanted it sooner. Red, out of nowhere, Nana asked me, do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel with her? She was already considering canceling it on her own. This was a huge difference from how she felt about Bao's model last November. Oh yeah, really want to work with Bao. I told Nano I thought she would do what was best for her, that less model work meant she could do what she wanted to sooner, and we'd help her with streaming. From my own experience with Bao, I thought she'd be whiny and pushy when things didn't go her way, so I thought she'd complain and guilt trip Nano. I was being honest with my friend about another friend. I never asked her to cancel Bao's model or any other model, but Nano told me she was already thinking about it, plus canceling another VTuber's model, so this wasn't just about Bao. Nano could have said anyone's model, and I still would have said the same thing, if that's what she thought was best for her, and her doing so agreed with how I thought about more Nano models. She told me Bao's model hadn't even been started either, and I assumed all that was done must have been the design. I was closer to Nano than I was to Bao, so I was supporting Nano with what she wanted to do over telling her to keep any projects she was already considering canceling. None of this context was shown in Nano's or Bao's documents. Very, very true. Ugh. Oh, okay. Let me see. Was it supposed to be further? Oh, yeah. No, no. I see. Well, the angel model and art is the last big project we're doing for this year, so right after we can help you out with getting you started before we do anything 3.0, I can help you and Mia with tech and OBS stuff too. Thank you. I'll be a better mom to Cinder, I swear. Nano, you're fine. The only other person we'd consider a model from is Blank, and he's swamped with everyone in the world wanting his work, so you're stuck with us. And you and Blank, if you're eventually not as busy between Cinder models' outfits, we'd love to just pay you for art that you can do on stream if that's something you want to stream, lol. July 31st, 2024 to August 1st, 2024. Nano was involved in drama with the live 2D rigger. I thought it was important to bring up how Nano reacted and responded to the situation, as did everyone else with Kevin and Iron Mouse. Nano made a public call-out post about this live 2D rigger she's worked with in the past after seeing someone else's post about them. Oh, yeah, with the whole thing with Kevin. Yeah, see. This is public, by the way. People have brought it out, so I might as well read it. I fucking hate this because this should be the original chest, and he modified it without my knowledge. I clearly state that I offer free fixing for the rigger until model is done and good. Necklace template needs some work. X.com, whatever. Anyway, Nano admitted she never communicated with the person she publicly called out. There was no communication between me and Blank, but surely this is not minor visual difference. Nano said she could stand up to clients and refuse to work with them if they were having their model rigged by this person. Yeah, I learned to stand up and tell clients that I won't work with them if it's rigger X. It's kind of douchey, but feel like it's needed. Here are Red's DMs with Nano the day this happened. Whoa, what? He talked to Nano about 2 new models she made and showed her support over the drama. Nano had no problems with gossiping with Red. Reacted. I'm guessing Blank debuting her nano model soon. Oh, did she announce something? No, but Blank is working on art of her in that outfit on stream. Excuse me. And looks like it could be a mousepad like she did for Blank, so next couple of months maybe, if not sooner. Ah, yes, true. I've been waiting for so long. I just thought she hated it. Is that one of the last few debuts you're waiting on, lol? No, no one can hate an analyst original. Yup, I might know someone now. What? No! No weighing. Okay. Oh, that X post. I don't even know what the fuck he wants from me at this point. I wouldn't care? Leave it be. He probably wants you to publicly forgive him so his image stops burning low. Yeah, his small PP ego is too hurt. Shouldn't be, conning people out of money for a reskinned rig. Shouldn't, I'm so tired of him in so many ways, but yeah, I made the message I wanted to share to people I don't care about anything. Else, hell yeah, Nano Streamer Arc, OMG, this was just now. Thank you for giving my art life again. It's looking so good. Oh. He's so desperate. If I burn down as artist right now, guess I'll just go for stream. Good idea, lol. Yeah, he's stupid. Savage. Well, I just want to apologize in case this dirts my name and consequently cinders. He won't trust me. Thank you, Red, for the mental support. I got your back. He deleted that. What the fuck? Wow, must be getting backlash. When someone calls you out for your BS, you don't deserve an apology no matter how much you whine about it on Twitter, lol. Ooh, and that's gonna bite. Oh, that's redacted. Okay, anyway. I'm kind of scared, but I think I did the right thing. No, you didn't! Oh, just no! I would call you out for that! Bro, come on! What? Ugh. You did. Someone with influence had to say something like he was doing this for years. Oh yeah, are you working on a new Blank model with Blank? Oh, you know, I don't even know about the Kevin drama much. I really shouldn't have said what I said, I guess. But I don't know much about it. But yeah, I just don't know much about it. My opinion is invalid regarding that. Okay. Yeah, it's on my side. It's now it's all on Blank. The rigging looks really nice so far. I saved the clip for reference for Blank. Nice, not gonna lie. I keep thinking about Cinder 3.0 all the time. I'm so hyped. Red, some of my messages here aged really well. As stated in this rigger's now deleted tweet, Nano removed herself from direct conversation and used emotional language to attack and rally rather than actually caring about fixing the problem. And proof of that. Okay, August 4th, 2024 to August 5th, 2025. Red asked Nano if she decided to cancel any model projects like they had talked about before. He did not name anyone. By the way, this is around the time, like, Bao's model got canceled, like confirmed. Hey Nano, do you know if you're able to start the Heaven Hound outfit earlier or not? Also just wondering if you decided to cancel any other model projects. Yeah, checked with other clients and can't deny them. Didn't cancel anything yet. Actually, give me another moment. Blank needs some more things for the summer model. Nanolist, she said she added notations to the PSD for you. Cinder also wanted me to ask you if you have time to add a new dance animation to the summer model. We asked Blank to and are waiting to see what she says. Will do. What kind of dancing? Red. The reason why I followed up and asked Nano if she had canceled anything was because it could possibly affect her project schedule with her. Nano said she didn't cancel anything yet. She did not tell me she decided not to cancel anything at all. When she told me to give her a moment about it, she told me previously there were at least 2 models she was considering canceling. Like bows? There were unrelated messages about my own project they were talking about between these screenshots. Oh, dang, Sinder can make some crazy mashup with that. Sure, I'll do summer first right now. Then the other arms. Yeah, and she did say there's edits for you listed in the PSD. Thank you, Nano. Love you. Yep, no problem. Did you check on this yet? Yeah, they are replying right now. Just give me another moment. By the way, meanwhile, could you give me a full list for Angel Model? Red, I bumped Nano again about 6 hours later, and she said someone was replying to her now. Sign. Yeah, I can ASAP. It's not you, Nano. I'm just between like 20 projects and real life things right now. I'll give you a list of when I talk to Sinder. Let me go do that for you. It's okay, I know y'all just live in a rush. Did you cancel models? I did not. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing with Bao. Right, another 20 minutes later is when I say to Nano, did you cancel models? It was all caps because of the previous messages sent and the fact I still hadn't heard anything from her about it. She said she didn't, and I said her arc of doing what she wanted to do would be delayed far into the future, joking with her like I always had. So this is the whole like Bao canceling Bao's model thing, right? Scared cancel with Bao, blah blah blah, don't sell yourself short. Yeah, I just close it and not say anything about it besides thanks for applying or something. Like, don't announce it. Yeah, no one's getting picked. I changed my mind because, and yeah. Nano brought up Bao again, saying she's scared to cancel with her, but she didn't say she chose not to cancel any of her projects or that she didn't want to cancel with Bao anymore, only that she was scared to do it, which explained why she hadn't canceled anything yet. I was not the one to bring up Bao again. I didn't specify anyone we had previously talked about. I reassured Nano about it and told her I thought she should be at least somewhat paid for the design she made and the work she put into it. Rightfully so. My thought that Bao could possibly start shit over this was the same as I said before, where I thought she'd complain or guilt trip Nano over it. Nano agreed with me. Then she said she regretted opening her model applications in the first place. All of the lead up to this conversation was out of Nano and Bao's documents, which is true. There was no context. There was. It was just false. Because people will get mad. True. Feels like company auditions or just close the forum and never say anything about it again, lol. That'll work too. Just engagement bait. I might just close silently. Okay, I can start Cinders right now. Huh? So I'll ask you to rush the list if possible, but the summer and dance stuff first. What did you do though? Just ask my current model timeline, and it's safe to delay it a bit. Okay, we'll get you a list in the server ASAP. 45 minutes later, Nano said she was able to start in Cinder's Angel model right away, when earlier she said she wasn't able to and had planned to start in October. This was all Red told me in our DMs right after he talked to Nano. Nano was able to start Angel model right after the summer fixes and dances. Yay! Later that night, Red told me Nano was going to cancel Bao's model because she wanted to stream more and focus on her own VTubing career. He said we would help her out and that Nano was able to start in my Heavenhound model early now. I felt bad for Bao because I saw how excited she was about the design and she showed us in person, but I was under the impression that this was what Nano wanted. She was my friend too, and I wasn't going to pressure her to do something she didn't want to do, so I didn't see Red's messages and only knew what he told me. Also, fun fact, Bao uses events that happened in 2025 for the reason why her model got canceled 6 months earlier, so yeah. Red, if I really wanted Nano to cancel Bao's model for some malicious reason and I knew I could make her do it through some kind of manipulation, why would I have waited 8 months after I first found out about it in November of 2023 and told Nano she shouldn't? Why did I wait 4 months after WeebCon in March 2024 when Bao showed it to us? Why that when I thought Bao's model was already finished in June like she told me it was planned for, would I have gone out of my way to make Nano cancel it now? Although I was closer with Nano, Bao was still a friend and I didn't have any problems with her back then. My opinion of how she could respond to Nano canceling on her doesn't change that. Nano has worked with multiple friends of ours in the past and it wasn't a problem, including Bao in this situation. I was supporting what Nano expressed to me she wanted to do for herself, and as her friend, I reassured her it would be okay. This was a Nano to have more time for us instead of anything she had planned. The only projects we had upcoming with Nano at this time was Cinder's Angel model and starting screen art, which we were content with being started in October, like Nano told me before. It was only after all of this that Nano told me she could start it earlier, which affected our project timeline. That's why I asked if she decided to cancel anything, but I didn't expect her to move our project up. And then Nanolis, Angel Cinder is booked for start on August 6, 2024, Red messaged Nano and asked how her conversation with Bao went. Oh, shoot! With the Bao? Okay. Hey, Nano, checking on the arm stuff. Also, I told Sinder to just take PNGs to match blank, ref sheet with each model, and if you want more expensive or expressions or toggles, a poser or something like that, let me know. How did talking to Bao go? I'm finishing arms right now. I will talk to Bao right now, too. She replied to my I post. I got a bit. I'll wait a bit. I'd okay if she will hate me forever after this. Also, thank you. She won't hate you forever, just for the next few days, but if she still has the design, I don't think it's a big deal. Red, Nano said she was scared to talk to Bao, so being her friend, I asked how it went. If Bao's design was done and the model wasn't even started, like Nano told me it wasn't, then I didn't think it was a problem if Bao could just take the design to another model artist. Hypothetically, I thought there still would have been time to hit her planned Valentine's debut window Nano told me about. But if she still has the, okay, it's sent. I'm here for emotional support. Thank you. It hurts my soul. Red, the whole situation was wrong. Both of us now shouldn't have asked me about what she wanted to do with her other commissions, and I shouldn't have weighed in on what I thought. I'm sorry to Bao for my actions, that this happened at all. It was after this when Bao messaged our group chat with her friends saying that Nano dropped her as a client. I felt guilty knowing about this before Bao had told us. I didn't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I was the one who was known to always work with Nano, but if this was her decision, I didn't want to get involved. I should have been a better friend to Bao and at least tried doing something for her, but I didn't. After I posted my apology on April 27, 2025, Bao tweeted this, talking about her model being cancelled last August, asking how I didn't know about it. It was a standalone tweet, not as a reply to my apology, and not quoting it either. I was aware that in this instance, Bao's model was cancelled, and before she said anything, I haven't claimed otherwise anywhere, and I didn't say anything about it in my apology. I was not aware of Red giving Bao's name to Nano in his exclusivity negotiations in January 2025. This is what I said. Regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiations of their eventual agreement. I had no knowledge of Bao and Khan being included in this list. If I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. After Bao posted, I messaged the one friend that could get a message to her since she had already unfriended me, and I had no way to contact her. Red and I had a falling out on the night the documents dropped, and we didn't live together anymore either, so I had no way to access his DMs myself to go back and see everything he was saying and doing to make sure it was right. All I had to go off of was what Red told me in August about this, what was posted in Nano and Bao's documents, and now Bao's tweet after my apology. I don't know if she ever got this message, and she never reached out to talk. I told this friend that I didn't know the model was canceled because of Red's conversation with Nano, and not that I didn't know it was canceled at all. Oh my god. I just saw Bao's tweet. I have no way of contacting her, so if you could please have her reach out for us to talk, it would mean a lot. I didn't know her model was canceled due to Red's conversation with Nano. I know it's hard to believe. I wasn't informed on every conversation he was having, but he had a lot of control over comms without constant approval because I trusted him. We don't live together for me to make sure everything he was doing was right. I'm so sorry to you and all the girls. Let me ask her if it's alright for me to pass the message forward. If so, I'll copy paste this directly. Is that alright? I'm so sorry, Blank. I'm trying to collect myself right now. I'm speaking right. She said that earlier. In Bao's tweet, she said that before her model was canceled in August of 2024, they were so close to begin live duty and rigging. And in Now's document, it said that Red asked me to cancel on one of their closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work in progress, followed by saying Red contacted me specifically, checking me canceling the model I planned for Bao, neither of which was actually shown or true. Yeah, they were all false. They were all false, by the way. A little over a week before Bao's model was canceled, Nano told Red that Bao's model hadn't even been started, and as you've seen, Red never asked Nano to cancel Bao's model. See? It's true! Why is everyone saying that? Why did everyone say it in the beginning? How could it have been cancelled mid-progress and close to being rigged if it wasn't started? And if it was so close to rigging, why would Nano have even considered cancelling it instead of just finishing it? I think Bao would have said if her model was cancelled mid-progress in her messages to me and our friends if it was, instead of just what she was dropped as a client. Instead of just that she was dropped as a client. In Bao's argument, she said there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not Nano had the physical and mental capacity to continue her live model, which is a quote from her document, which lines up with what Nano said to Red and how Nano repeatedly overbooked herself but was never shown anywhere. Screenshots from the conversations earlier. Bao saying there was a back and forth could imply that Nano already approached her saying she may not continue her model before August 5th when Red messaged Nano. Also, Red didn't contact Nano to specifically check on Nano canceling Bao's model like was claimed. He messaged her to see if she decided to cancel any other projects he expressed interest in canceling that Nano previously mentioned. Yep. August 18th, 2024, another conversation between Red and Nano to show how Nano was treated, trying to plan my collab with her, and Red complimenting the art Nano did for someone else. I'm going to pause here! Pausing. Guys, it's really early in the morning for me. I'm sorry, I need to end it here. As much as I want to continue reading this, I gotta take care of myself. No doubt other people are getting in on this. No doubt. People are getting in on this. I wanted to be the first one. I need a break! Oh, I do. I do need a break. But, guys, again, I'm reading this. No. False. Anyway. But no, real talk though. If you guys want to, you can read this for yourselves. I'm pretty sure people have already read this for themselves. Bookmark my spot. Oh my gosh, you're right. What page was I on? I was on 136. Oh my lord. Okay, so at least I know I'm 136. When I stream tomorrow, just tell me 136. Anyway. But no, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will continue the coverage of this tomorrow. I just gotta take care of myself and get some sleeps in, and yeah. But, yeah, I appreciate that. But real talk, though, like, what I've seen so far, I want to say, just my final thoughts before I end it for the morning. Just gonna say that I'm really glad. Yeah, no, I figured Mama Oka was gonna do the whole thing. I'm sorry, I have a 9 to 5. Mama, I feel like this is me projecting. I was about to project. I was like, nah, I shouldn't do that. Mama Oko's work is fantastic, by the way. I like their work. But yeah, Mama Oko, if Mama Oko can cover it, go to Mama Oko. Support Mama Oko. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Like, support Mama Oko. Mama Oko's a pretty cool person, so. Yeah, thank you. Well, I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing. If you guys can like spoil it for me, I know someone in the chat was like, "Oh, I can't wait for Godfrey to get to the Shy Lily part." I was like, "Oh God, I will get supremely angry. I will be supremely angry at the Shy Lily part probably." But to Mama Oko? Yeah, you can just like, I don't have it on me right now. I'm too lazy to do that. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, yeah, guys, thank you for joining. I will continue tomorrow. In the description of the screen is the X post where Cinder's Google Doc is, so you can go yourself to the source and come to your own independent conclusion. I'm gonna project, and my final thoughts for what I've read so far is I am glad that Cinder is taking a stand. I haven't read everything she's put. I am glad she's taken the time to just compile evidence and also take accountability for some of her actions. Like, she admitted she lied about some stuff. Like, what was it? Like, the spite thing? There's some other things she lied about, but there's just, like, info overload! So, yeah. Jesus, I want to read all of this. I wish I could have all the time in the world, but I work a 9 to 5. I need to brush my teeth. I need to shower. I need to wash my dishes. And then I gotta just, like, conk out. And then I have to go to work. And also, other stuff. I have to adult. I have to adult, essentially. But, yeah, please, guys, I would encourage you, if you guys are still listening to me, I encourage you to share this. Yeah, I don't really say that. I didn't really say that for... Well, I did. I'm a hypocrite. But I encourage you guys to share this. Repost Cinder's X post. Get her word out there. Like, get her word out there. Yeah, it's just really nice to see that she is taking a stand for herself. I do, you're right. But, yeah, I am still livid that Cinder decided to give up one of her biggest accomplishments because of this slander that was put against her. Some of it isn't slander, sure. But, anyway. Yeah, I'm rambling now. But it's very detailed. Oh my lord, it's very detailed. You know what? Before I end it, let me just take a little peek at, Shy Lily. We take a peek at Shy Lily. How many? 24! 24 pages. Hold up. I'm glancing through the Shy Lily stuff. Bro! No, I'm not even 5 pages in! You are insane! No! What? What is this? What is this? What the fudge am I... What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I just glanced through it. I am going to pop my lid when I get there. I feel that I will pop my gosh darn lid when I get to the Shylily thing. Okay. I'm excited to delve deep into more about this. That is such a horrible thing for me to say. To say I'm excited. I really do want to, like, look into this. I want to see Cinder's side of the story. But, yeah. Okay. Enough stalling. I will see you guys later today. I need to sleep. I need to adult. Prize. Alright. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Rhythm! Rhythm! Oh my gosh! I'm no, real talk though, Rhythm. I'm so nice. It's so nice to see you in chat. I hope you're doing well, man. Anyway. Okay, I'm stalling. I gotta go to sleep. Take care, guys. Take care. I'm going.